Alright, let's jump back into some more Pokemon, shall we? Gonna skip all these
Hello,
intros. I
everybody.
don't want it. How's everybody doing?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
So I kind of want to start off saying you may notice my time is inflated by almost an hour. Well, that's because in between sessions I grinded up the team a little bit. I mainly just wanted to get numbers kind of equalized a little bit, so I bumped up Muna and Blitzel's levels to level 20. That's it.
Okay. Did we beat? I couldn't remember last time. Did we beat the second jam?
Yeah, we beat the second gym. Not the
Okay.
second jab. It's not a fighting gym.
Jab. The second gym.
No, we beat the gym inside the museum. But now they stole the bones. Where do you find old bones?
Hey, you know what? Ethan brings up a good point. Why not your Lillipup team? Because
That silence is the answer. That's why.
well, no, he has actually a good point. The higher level the Lillipups are, the better drops you get for pickup.
That is true. It's just, I don't think they'd do all that well with these Aldinos. Not until I have an experience share. Alright, how you two doing in chat there, Kira and Ethan?
I like that they put the dowsing machine on the second screen, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as easy to pull up as like the one from 4th gen, because you can leave that on there permanently. Here, if I want to change items, I gotta take it off. Which is not as good. But it's still really helpful, because it points exactly where you gotta go. Instead of being like the one from 4th gen, which is just basically a sonar machine. Thought you were a trainer.
I'm doing pretty good, Ethan. How are you doing? Besides my back hurting. I've had really bad back pain for the past week, and I don't know what's causing it. I'm almost really tempted to go to the doctor at this point if it keeps getting worse. But yeah, ever since like I think last week, I just had this really bad sharp pain right in the lower end of my back, and I don't know what's causing it. What was it you just got?
This is just Rock Smash.
Ooh, I'm starting to become one of those players that I never used to be one of these people, but I almost really suggest getting an HM slave.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because you can easily use an HM slave so you don't have to waste your moves.
Yeah, because I don't think Rock Smash got the buff in this game. No, generation.
It doesn't look like it. It's still 40.
I think it got the buff in 6th gen onwards. I can't remember if it did or not.
Yeah, no, in this generation, it's still 40.
Okay, I couldn't remember if Rock Smash got its buff or not.
Also, hopefully this week things should sound a little more balanced. I watched back some of the last week's stream of this, and yeah, let's just say one party was way quieter than the other. And I'm gonna raise my hand because that was me, so I had to readjust some volume stuff.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest thing I always have when I do these kind of things is it's always like the voice calls, and this was the same thing back in the day we used Skype as well, but I swear, VoIP programs in general, like Discord, they're much louder than your actual microphone. So it's always hard to audio balance.
At least it's a TM, so it's not permanent like an HM. You know what? That is a good point. And not only that, since HMs or not HMs, TMs are permanent infinite uses.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so thankful they made that change.
That's still one of my favorite things they've ever done in the series.
Like honestly, it just irritates me because I play the old games and just like, man, I have to really think out who I want to give this to.
Yeah, I mean, remember in the old days, like, oh man, I want to teach my Pokemon Earthquake. All right, well, I better play about 20 hours to get to the TM.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you still have to pay 20 hours to get to the TM, but at least, you don't have to do it to one Pokemon now.
Oh yeah, not nearly as bad.
Yeah. Cottony. Cottony's a kind of a, it was really good back in the meta. It and its evolution form it was a really good Pokemon in the meta because it had a lot of speed, and I think it was mostly used for Baton Passer, if I remember correctly, which is they buff all their stats and then Baton Pass on the next Pokemon.
I mean, I could see that because this Pokemon seems like the perfect one to use as a stat buffer of some kind, and maybe like stats and ailments for some stuff too.
I think that's what his role was back then. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done anything competitive Pokemon related. I think it was beginning of 6th gen when I did last, didn't it?
Yeah, so that's been a while then. Oh,
Yeah.
also, I just remember that battle made me think maybe I should use this Pokemon for a strategy, and I gotta bring this up for that reason. When these two Pokemon leveled up, Muna and Blitz will learn new moves. I probably just show them off in case people get confused, like, where'd this come from? Well, from grinding. Muna learned Hypnosis and Moonlight, and then Blitz will learn Flame Charge. Which is definitely pretty helpful right now, because I don't have any other fire moves.
Well, yeah, the Flame Charge would definitely come in handy for, like, grass Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter in that battle, because I had the Bug move, but certain others probably be more beneficial. Yeah, also the speed buff is really good about Flame Charge, too, which will really help a speedy Pokemon like Blitzel.
Yeah, what you said, Ethan. There's no Castelia, but it's nice anyways. Yeah, Flame Charge is really good because you get a free speed buff, so... I would have suggested Gigalith family. Roggenroll and Gigalith family. But you'd have to trade to get its last evolution, and you can't really do that.
Yeah, well, technically I can, just not me wanting to.
Yeah. Trade evolutions are never fun. I don't like doing them.
Yeah.
Stupid. Because then you have to really think about what level it has to be before you trade it. Yeah, they buffed Sturdy in this generation. Yeah, usually back then, what Sturdy did was it just prevented one-hit KO moves like Fissure and Guillotine and stuff like that. It prevented those moves from happening. But in this generation, they changed it up a little bit because they realized how situational that is as an ability. And they made it so if a move would kill you in one shot, you still hold on with 1 HP.
Which, to be fair, is better. Because
which is
way more useful.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks more than trade evolutions are friendship evolutions. I agree with you on that, Kira.
Yeah, friendship evolutions take forever.
Unless it's like later generations where everything you do increases friendship. Like everything you do.
Yeah, like starting to 6th gen, they added a lot more elements just to give you friendship buffs. But 5th gen beyond,
If you didn't have, like, I think I mentioned this last stream too. If you didn't have a water Pokemon, I would honestly suggest Temple, because it evolves into a water ground type, which is like Quagsire, which is a really good typing. Water ground is probably one of my favorite combos of types.
Yeah, it's really good, especially if you can get the Water Absorb as an ability, because then it kind of negates one of its like neutral attacks, the water type. Yeah. So it has even less weaknesses because of it.
Yeah, I love Wooper. I'm sorry.
Wooper's real good for that reason. Also Lantern for the same reason too, because I get the same ability on there, and it's a really good water electric type.
Yeah. I always have Wooper when I play 2nd gen games.
Hang on, gotta get some free experience.
I found the Audino. The poor thing is so adorable. You look at it, you're like, oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna beat it up.
Ah, it's so cute. Let's just kill it in one shot. Okay, maybe 3 shots. Okay, no, 2. This thing really wants to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually see how that worked last time. You know, we saw a hint of it, but yeah, that's the Audino. I did that for like an hour earlier today.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, grinding's never fun in Pokemon games.
No, they made it better in this one with the Audinos, but it's still not great. Like, honestly, they didn't really fix the grinding issue until 6th Gen when they give you experience all. Because that fixes so much of the grinding issue in the series.
Honestly, I think they made it like when people will say that it's not the later games like the Let's Go games and Sword and Shield kind of really made it grinding not an issue and you never have to grind because they have the experience on all the time for every Pokemon. But honestly, that just makes the game a little bit better, in my opinion.
I mean, it's a weird thing. You can't turn it off if you want to do a challenge run, but I like the addition of the experience all, just as a concept. Because it makes grinding pretty much a non-issue.
I like that Pokemon. Venipede and his family is really good. 5th Gen had a really good plethora of Pokemon to choose from. And I can't say, I think this was honestly, in my opinion, and I hate saying it this way, probably the last generation that had a good cast of Pokemon to really like, you can choose like multiple party, like so many Pokemon, and it still would be rather good to a team. And I'm talking about like new Pokemon. I'm not talking about old Pokemon. Like 7th Gen had really good ones too. There was a lot of good ones in 7th Gen, but I think this was the last one where I had a hard time making my team because there were so many good ones.
Yeah, I can see that because I've heard a lot of people say that too. The variety here is pretty strong.
X and Y wasn't very well balanced around the experience all. In future games, it was though. Yeah, I agree with that. It's nice, but it would be nice if Sword and Shield allowed you to turn it off. I agree with that too. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase everything. I think it should be turned off and on. If you want to have the challenge run, it should be there. Yeah. It should be there. You should be able to do it. But I think it does help a lot with the game, especially if you're sitting here grinding and having to avoid all that. Yeah, there's 156 new Pokemon in this game. It was ridiculous. Like, that's why we don't see any old Pokemon until after the game's beaten.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really need to for that reason, because it's just so much variety. It says this was the first generation where they decided to try the whole let's not make you catch old stuff and only get new stuff thing. It is a big deal, because you do need a lot for that strategy to work. You can't just have 50 Pokemon and then that's all you see for the entire game. It'll get a little stale.
Well, one thing that kind of makes me reminiscent, and this is one reason why I like Black and White so much, is it kind of made me reminiscent of Gen 1 in a way. Because Gen 1 was all new Pokemon to you. Where, Gen 2 still had the old stuff. This is the first time in Pokemon, but since Gen 1, that all you had was new stuff. So you had to actually learn everybody's typing. You couldn't just, oh, it's a Geodude. I remember that from the earlier game. Well, it's weak to water. It's not like that. You actually had to go out and learn new typings.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, some of you can still imply just from the looks, because, oh yeah, that's a rock-looking thing. That must be rock type, but you're still figuring it out just like how you did back when Pokemon was brand new. I'm kind of actually hoping one day maybe they try this concept again for that reason, because it was kind of diverse when it came out, but then give it a couple months and then people actually really liked the idea.
I forget how many years it was since Platinum and Black and White. I don't remember.
Well, Platinum now it's been a decade, because I think that was like 2009.
No, I meant to say like years between Platinum and Black and White.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing. Let me see.
Gen 3 was almost like that since the hardware prevented transferring. Yeah, Gen 3 was almost like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only reason why it was kind of a problem for a while there. But even then, that wasn't that big of an issue because they got around it by just bringing back the Pokemon.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with you on that, Kira. I don't really think they'll ever do that again because the thing
sadly.
is with Pokemon nowadays, unfortunately, is they do a lot of nostalgia pandering for people. And I mean, I get why they do it, but in the same sense, it's just like... But, you know, nostalgia pandering is kind of an issue, and people want to see those Pokemon, so they'll put those Pokemon back in the game.
Yeah.
If you
Also,
know
to
what I
answer
mean.
our question from earlier, the gap between Platinum and Black and White was 2 years. Platinum was 2008, and then Black and White was 2010.
10. Oh, 2010. Okay.
So hey, Iceberg, how you doing?
Hey, Iceberg. Cha-cha real now. I haven't heard that song in a hot minute. Reminds me of the chart I made before Sword and Shield came out. I should remake it since it's not, since it's out. All right, let me see what this is here.
Oh, I didn't even hear the grass rumbling. That's convenient.
Oh, did you run an Audino by
Yeah,
accident?
again. Well, the best way to get Audinos, when I read online, is you just have to run around because these things just kind of show up at random, but just do that with a repel on. Because then they'll still spawn, but if you run into a patch of grass and another wild Pokemon gets in your way, they despawn. So put on repels to make sure you can get the Audinos, and only the Audinos. Hey, it was not a good day at work. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hopefully tonight's stream will just kind of help relax after a while for a nice long day of work.
Kira, I'm looking at your list here, and I think I'm just critiquing something on your important notes section for Gen 3. It said on your important notes here, it said added 2 alternate forms of unknown. I don't think that's right. I think that was 4th gen when they did that. I think 4th gen was the one that added the exclamation mark and the question mark unknown. I think those are the ones you're talking about. I'm just critiquing. I'm sorry. No, it's 4th gen. I think it was 4th gen because there was a town called Salacion Town in 4th gen, and that's where all the unknown were caught, and that's where they introduced... You had to catch a whole box of unknown, like all the letters of the unknown, and you had to show your unknown dex. I think there was an unknown dex to a character in the town, and then you unlock them, essentially. I think that's how it worked. I couldn't remember. It's been a while.
I mean, that sounds right, because there were weird things like that where you had to bring something to someone and then it unlocks things in that generation.
Yeah. I think that, unless I'm thinking about the seals, the Pokeball customization thing. But I just remember, yeah, but I think the 2 alternate forms of unknown were in 4th gen, not 3rd gen. I do like that. Yeah, this is the only... I think this is the highest number of new Pokemon that was added to a generation was this one. This was even higher than 1st gen.
Yeah.
Because they added 156 in this gen. So, yeah, this is one reason why I like this game a lot, because you really do only see 5th gen Pokemon up until the post game.
Yeah, that's true. Which is a change of pace, because the series has been, at this time, just kind of doing the same thing since the first game. So, this was extremely different.
Stop caring about Pokemon out of 4th generation.
Yeah, I
And
don't
I
blame
played-
you. I was the same, actually. I kind of stopped at the Diamond. I didn't even play Platinum back in the day.
Yeah,
It wasn't until
that's-
years later where I at least experienced some of Platinum.
I think the only ones you really, I think that I know that you liked were mostly 3rd gen games.
Yeah,
And
'cause
first,
that's the generation I really grew up on.
Yeah.
And usually when you ask a person what's their favorite generation of Pokemon, it's usually whatever generation they grew up with. I personally prefer first gen the most because I grew up with it the most, between playing Yellow's the first and then playing a crap ton of Fire Red, Leaf Green.
yeah. Can I make like that Pokemon in the last battle you had, or that you fought? I'll make a keynote. Its name is Swaddle. It is a bug grass type Pokemon. In my opinion, it's probably I really like that Pokemon. It's probably my if I had a grass type for that playthrough, that's probably my grass type because it evolves into a really good Pokemon. But it's a friendship based evolution.
Yeah, so it'd be a little difficult to get it to evolve after a while.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, this thing is part dark, right?
Yes, it's
Ah,
ground
okay.
dark.
Well, I'm glad I swapped out. I was mainly swapping out because I had a feeling it was dark, and Muda wouldn't be able to do anything because of that.
Go from both there. 26 that's question mark. Next, introducing Generation 3. Are you serious? I don't remember that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong then.
Yeah, maybe.
If Bulbapedia is stating it, then I'm wrong. I'm not going to question it. I'm sorry, Kira, for questioning that.
I should probably swap out Muna. I forgot how many dark types this team has.
I don't remember them added. Was that a special Pokemon? Or like, were those special like event unknowns? I don't remember.
Oh, actually, no. Wait, maybe they're. I remember back in like 3rd gen. That's when they were introducing them via Fire Red, Leaf Green, in particular. Maybe that's where you're thinking. Maybe it's
that's
like
what I'm
something
thinking.
from post game.
Emerald's your favorite Pokemon game? Emerald's a really good game. I love Emerald.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I still actually prefer Emerald compared to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because I feel like it just has more content to it. They did not bring back that Battle Frontier, and that was the best part about 3rd gen.
Yeah. I think to this day, Heart Gold Soul Silver is my favorite Pokemon game still. Mainly because I grew up with 2nd gen. I grew up with 1st gen. It was my first games, but I was more attached to 2nd gen when I was growing up. And trust me, I know, I know what everybody's gonna say. It's like, well, 2nd gen is just so all over the place nowadays. It hasn't aged well. Yeah, and you're right, it hasn't. But the remake, I feel like, in some ways, kind of fixed it.
Well, the remake pretty much did in most regards, and added more content that wasn't even in the originals.
My first game was Pokemon Red. But I grew up with Johto and Ho, and that's kind of how I was too. Even I was 10 when Ruby and Sapphire came out, 10 or 11. So, I was in my prime childhood years, really. That evolves into a really good Pokemon too. That Petalil.
Yeah, I've seen this thing a decent amount in later generations.
That Pokemon evolves into. You have to have a Sunstone, I believe, to evolve it to its final form.
I think you're right on that one.
And it has really high special attack. Like if you teach it really good special attack, like certain moves, can't remember what move damn it, what is it called? Pedal Dance. That's it. If you teach it Pedal Dance, it's a really good move.
Oh yeah. I especially for like competitive play because how berries work in this generation. Basically, they don't because Dream World dead. But berries would be really good for because you just give it a berry, so whenever it gets into confusion after Pedal Dance, it would just heal itself. And when you're playing online or local play, you don't actually use the item. It will constantly stay on your Pokemon. They don't delete them, which is nice.
I hope I'm not spoiling too much about what the later forms.
Well, certain Pokemon like these I've seen because of later generations, like 7th and 8th gen. I've seen them.
I'm sorry if I ramble too much and you feel like I'm spoiling too much. Just tell me, okay? I'm sorry.
No,
I like talking about this stuff. So.
Well, you know the most about this too. You played pretty much every game in the series.
I like talking about this. And Lillipup, like we see her here. That like the Lillipup family is a good normal type if you want to good normal type because it has its final form can learn a lot of things. Like it learns a lot of things. Like if you have a bunch of TMs and you have its final form, it can go to town on a lot of things.
First Pokemon was Yellow Gold, however, couldn't get past Brock and Yellow, so I consider Gold my first game. I don't blame you for having problems. Brock in general, I can see the issues because of how Pikachu was a terrible type matchup for that fight, and really the only other thing you can get was Mankey, or Nidorina, like one of the two Nidoran families. You kind of just have to settle with something not Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, people love Yellow version. They're like, oh, I love that game. I can't really stand Yellow version.
It had a lot of nice improvements, but it's stupid difficult.
It is stupid difficult, and there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way, like, most normal players probably go to Fuchsia City before they go to Saffron. And like they go from like a level 34 Pokemon like gym. Like Erica has I think her highest level Pokemon is Vileplume at level 34 if I can't remember. Or Victory Bell, one of the two, I can't remember. But you go from that and then you get to Koga. Koga starts off with a party of level 50 Pokemon. And you're like, what the hell? Where did Stonewall come from? And that's one thing I just don't like about Yellow is like there's a lot of instances like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
It was a weird balancing issue they had at one point too, because pretty much all the 4 gyms up to Koga is like, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. Look at that. It's like maybe highest, like somewhere in the 30s. Not that bad. Oh, why are we now hitting 50? Where did this come from? Like, it just snowballs you.
And I get it, but people say, well, it's just Venonat. But it's just
it's
like... It's
not, because then you go to the 6th gym, which you can do that before Koga's gym, and it's the exact same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they expected people to grind. That was the problem, which is why it was such a huge jump, and most people still got blindsided by it. Because even if they grind it, they're like, all right, I grinded maybe like there are a couple levels. Maybe my team is 40. You're still under level for both 5th and 6th gyms. It's insane. Because it wasn't that bad from Red and Blue. Keep in mind, that was also the updated version for the original Gen 1. So, 2 out of the 3 versions of Gen 1, Red Green / Red Blue, it wasn't that bad. Then Yellow, the 3rd release, nah. Let's jack up the levels.
I'm gonna get caught up in here. My favorite part of 3rd generation of Pokemon games was kicking ass and taking names. Oh, 2nd gen has H-Well, the thing that is not H-Well. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, I like Yellow version for what it did. I know a lot of people love it, and you know I understand that, but I did one playthrough of the game, and I just couldn't stand it. I had so many times I had got stonewalled, and the fact that you can't evolve Pikachu drives me insane.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely because of the anime thing.
Yeah.
Which was a dumb decision by Ash, but the marketing, that's the whole reason why I never bought Pikachu.
I mean, Pikachu's a mascot, you can't really blame him.
Yeah.
But...
Wait, they updated Yellow so it can match the anime for balancing reasons too? Why? I don't understand that one. That doesn't make any sense. Because trainers in later gens didn't snowball Ash. That's a weird excuse to them to just bump up the levels. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them because I've seen weirder reasons for things like that in games.
I loved the Pokemon cartoon show when I was growing up too. I mean, there wasn't very much like I looked forward to, you know, watching television. Like, I watched a lot of cartoons when I was younger, but I always got so excited when Pokemon came on, when Digimon came on. That's all I cared about. I mean, I watched like a lot of old shows like Jackie Chan Adventures, There was a bunch of the Batman animated series, like all that stuff I watched too. The first season of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just a fierce Pokemon. Let me in. Move out of the way, man.
Oh, yeah. There's a legendary Pokemon down that path. You can't
Yeah, he just won't let me, which is the worst part because I don't care about the Pokemon. My radar is going crazy and I can't get down there. That could be a good item for all I know, dude. Let me in.
At least, yeah, the remake Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu was a lot more balanced.
Yeah.
And made your starter Pokemon kind of broken.
I mean, the thing is about that game is, like, main game, extremely easy. Like, you don't even need to be trying. It's the post game where it starts ramping things up because of those very specific trainer battles.
Yeah.
Those battles are just stupid.
I remember when we were doing the playthrough on stream. That was actually kind of a fun stream to watch.
Yeah, I spent a couple hours just catching a bunch of Pokemon just so I can grind for it. It's so stupid. And a system like that was when I was wishing I could turn experience share off at times because I had to deposit Pokemon so I wouldn't have them over leveled.
Yeah. To me, Pokemon was better games, but Digimon, the better cartoons. Yeah. I kind of agree with you on that. I like the Digimon cartoon better than Pokemon.
Yeah, it's weird. I agree, Ethan. It's weird that you kind of have to just catch a whole bunch of Pokemon to even progress in the Let's Go game, so it does just kind of feel different. Because most people, I know they catch Pokemon. From what I've seen, most people only catch a handful. They don't catch like 50 Pokemon on one route. So it feels weird when you get to a certain point, and then they tell you need like 50 different things caught in order to progress.
Before
the game still stonewalls you in weird ways.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, that part I didn't really like about it, because that felt a little too stonewally in a weird way. Not difficulty, just tedium.
Imagine speedrunning that game.
Yeah, because speedruns have to do the same thing. They just have to catch things unnecessarily just so they can progress. I mean, it's good that when you catch things in that series now, that you get experience. I think that was what started in 6th gen. But it especially helps because of how Let's Go is structured. It's the only way you get an experience, really. Because trainer battles don't give that much.
I did like that they brought Let's Go brought green over, giving red and blue. They blew their manga starters. I agree with that too.
Yeah, that was nice. Because they never really referenced green.
They kind of based they based Let's Go more on the manga than they did the anime. So
yeah, honestly, for the better, because they keep on basing things in the Pokemon games after the anime, and the manga gets no love. So it's good to see it change.
But yeah, like if I caught anything here, Lester, I know we were going on tangents, but yeah, I do like Swaddle as a grass type. It's probably my favorite out of this generation. That's one I used in my couple playthroughs. So that's just my suggestion. But there's a lot of good grass types if you want a grass type. I honestly am getting to the point now when I play Pokemon games, I really don't need grass types because grass types are only strong against rock, ground, and water.
Yeah.
And you can have a water Pokemon take care of 2 of those things. You can have an electric Pokemon take care of the other thing.
Yeah,
so I really
usually if I use a grass type, it's usually because I need a poison type in my team, because I get one that's grass poison. And even that, it depends on certain games for that, because some are better than others for that. Like, Roserade is my choice for later generations, because that is a good combination right there. It takes full advantage of both types. And its stats are pretty well balanced for that same reason.
If you have a poison type, yeah,
But yeah, pure grass, heck no. Actually, grass is one of my least favorite types in the whole series, because it just doesn't do much.
Well, I like this one because it's not just grass, it's bug too.
Yeah.
Bug is a in my opinion, a very underrated type. Bug types are really fun to use because if you get certain bug types, they're really good attackers. They do a lot of damage to psychic types, dark types, and, you know, can hit hard on most other types. But, you know, I know they're weak to flying and fire types, but they're really strong against really powerful types. Bug type is a really good type. Very underrated, in my opinion, too. Yeah, they really buffed bug type in 5th gen. There are a lot of good bugs. Yeah, I named, I told you Venipede was kind of a good one. Swaddle's a good one, too. And trying to think of other good ones, too. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's one later. But you won't get that until post-game, so... Well, no, technically you could still get it before you beat the game, but you won't get that for a while, so... Speed boost Venipede. Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, really. I've heard that's broken.
Oh, gosh. Yes. Yeah. Skull? I'm sorry, I'm spoiling things.
Well, that's another thing, actually, now people bringing that up in chat. That's another thing that kind of died with this whole shutdown of Nintendo Wi-Fi for this generation. Hidden abilities now just gone forever from 5th gen.
Unless you're playing Black and White 2. Unless you're playing Black and White... I know we're not playing Black and White 2.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You play Black and White 2, there's a segment in there where they got secret grottos. Secret grottos hold Pokemon that have hidden abilities.
I mean, it's good they did that because, yeah, I can't get them anymore without Dream World, so yeah. It's a good failsafe for the sequel, at least. Yeah, the same person talking about Blazing Speed Boost. Yeah, that also is another broken ability. that was banned for a while in the competitive scene because it was just too broken.
He was in Ubers for a while in 6th gen. He was in Ubers for a while. I have to say, though, Blaziken's one of my favorite Pokemon. Then again, I think Blaziken's almost everybody's favorite one.
Yeah.
A lot of people's favorite Pokemon.
It's pretty well balanced. It has really good stats, and it's just a fan favorite design, I think, too.
Transferring from Gen 1 BC always gives their hidden ability. That is actually kind of a cool thing. I didn't know about.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either, because you didn't really get much else from transferring them up. It's just the biggest thing that changed with them is that Generation 1 didn't have a lot of the differences that later games have, like abilities and the special splits and all that, so they had to just change that on the fly when they're transferred up. I know that was the biggest thing people talked about, but I don't think people noticed the hidden ability one, because this is the first I'm hearing about it.
So, they did that so that way you can't get Machamp No Guard Fisher. That's actually kind of funny. No Guard is an ability that Machamp has normally. It makes it so that every move hits. That goes for both you and him. So, what most people do is they pair Dynamic Punch on Machamp with No Guard. So that way it always hits instead of being a very bad accurate move. Well, Gen 1, you can teach Machamp Fissure. Yeah. You can see how this is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the same thing they did in like the speedrunning scene where, okay, you teach it a one-hit KO, like Fissure, or actually, more specifically, they used Nidoking and Drillhorn. And just give it a bunch of X attacks, I believe. So it's just a one-shot every time. But what you're saying is basically that Pokemon literally just has all the X accuracies already in its body, no matter what. So, yeah, extremely broken. More broken than the X moves. I reminder how Gen 1 was super broken. Also, can I get more like 3 steps before running into something, please? I don't want to use a repel for just one item.
I don't blame you.
I might just to get out of here. I almost feel like it's going to be a bad way out.
Grassdon. Grass
I don't
knot,
think
what it
anyone
does
can learn
is,
that right now.
it's a move that the heavier the Pokemon you use it on, the more damage it does. Because it's supposed to trip them.
Yeah.
So the heavier, it does more damage. So basically, if you really want to be that person, this move is fat shaming.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically grass version of low kick. I know Petalil, like I said before, Petalil evolves into a really good Pokemon. I feel like it's really high special attack, which is really good for glass cannons to have. So it would hurt Pokemon like Snorlax. Yeah. I said there's a lot of good Pokemon in this one. I did not include Patrat. Patrat's family is not really that great.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like your standard, like, Rattata, Bidoof, at that point, from what I've heard. Just kind of there.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point, Kira. If you want to catch a Petalil, you can catch an extra one. And, go back to Green City. There's an NPC there that, if you trade it, it'll give you the Cottony, which in your game, you can't catch Cottony.
I meant to do Water Gun.
Yeah, in your game, you can't catch Cottony, so this is a way you can get it in your game.
Yeah, that's one of those few times they had an in-game trainer to help balance out the one Pokemon you can't catch in your version, just to complete the dex. Which really doesn't help much, because that's like, okay, maybe 10% of the Pokemon I can't get in my version. You still need friends without the copies.
Yeah, such a good intro. This is why they started going all out in bad team designs. I really like how early they introduced Team Plasma in this game, though. Because
it's like first town that's not your hometown.
Yeah, first time he came over, and yeah, pretty much.
Out the game's all here.
I do like in this game, and you'll notice it later. You didn't really notice it too much with the first gym leader, but in this game, the gym leaders have more say in the story than most gym leaders have in the past.
I mean, they're actually doing something outside their gym this time around.
Yeah.
So that kind of shows they're doing more than just battling you and then, I don't know, taking a nap.
Just staying there for all eternity.
Yeah, I wonder if it's turning night in my game. Can't tell with the different lighting. Also, I looked into how the time system in this game works, because every time you turn it on, you see the whole, like, autumn thing. Like, there's seasons in here. And it changes based on months, but it changes every real world month.
Yeah.
So join us back here in a month where it's winter.
Did she give you a Moonstone?
Yeah, so now I can actually evolve Muna if I wanted to.
I didn't know if I mentioned that last stream of Moon evolves with a Moonstone.
I'm debating if I want to actually do one of these grass types, because I'm trying to think if that'd be good for my team. It might actually be good. Which one was the bug again?
Sawaddle.
Let's see if we can find one.
That's the first one you found.
Well, that didn't take long. Alright, well. guess we're catching it. And I guess because the only good thing I really have right now is Rock Smash, we'll do this because I don't want to kill it. I want to damage you.
Oh, here's the version exclusives. That kind of post game. Version exclusives, Gotharita, Solosis, that's right, you get Solosis in your game. Volby and Rufflet. Rufflet you get in your game. Tornadus and Thundurus, which are legendary Pokemon. You get Thundurus in your game. Reshiram and Zekrom, which are the mascot characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're guaranteed to get one of them. I already know how that one works. The legendary in this game, it's a story sequence thing. It's impossible not to catch it.
Yeah.
It has a 100% catch rate. I feel bad for everyone playing this game for the first time, not knowing that and throwing their Master Ball at it.
I threw my Master Ball at it first time. Because I was still dumb back when I was younger. Well, I say younger, I was 20 years old. Never mind. 20 years old when this game came out. God. Yeah, it doesn't count.
10 this year.
What's that?
This turns 10 this year.
Yeah, it turns 10 this year.
So I'm gonna do this.
Man. And that means, holy crap, my playthrough of White turns almost 10 years. It will be 10 next year. Oh gosh, it's been 10 years. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe.
You have White, meaning you have White Forest, which has a ton of exclusive Pokemon that Black can't get. Yeah, that's actually one reason why I kind of prefer White over Black. And
yeah.
I know a lot of people like Black, but I kind of prefer White because of the White Forest.
Well, from what I've heard, like the general consensus is that the White is technically the better version because of the White Forest thing. Because the biggest difference between the two is White Forest. Can I please lead this stupid bird? What the heck? Why can't I leave? This thing really doesn't want me to leave. Oh, finally.
Moon is not fast. That's probably why.
Yeah.
And Peanut was really fast.
Normally, it does not happen at the lower level, but my speed really sucks.
You
Well, I was trying to say, it's White Forest you should consider the better out of the two options because you get a lot of Pokemon to catch. But Black City, the exclusive thing, the exclusive thing in Black version is more just for battling, and people don't care about that nearly as much. They like being able to catch more stuff than battle. There you go. This is what I was actually looking for.
I think Ethan can vouch for me because I think if I remember correctly, you used this on a lot of your teams in when you were playing Sun and Moon, right? Well, Petalil's family is really good. It's the Moss Stone where you can evolve your Eevee if Eevee wasn't in post game. Yeah.
Go over. I'm really misinputting right now. I'm regretting not putting this thing to sleep.
The Ice Rock for Eevee and Glaceon. It's even more inconvenient. Oh yeah, I remember where the Ice Rock is. That was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can even see why too. You have to wait for winter in the game for it to even be a thing. So, yeah, unless you're messing with your system clock, that could be a literal waiting game. That sucks. Can I just say I like some of the extra evolutions, but Fortune adding evolutions that require you to stand next to very specific stones to evolve them is one of the worst things they could have done to that family of Pokemon. Because that is extremely inconvenient.
One reason why in 8th gen, they finally said, fuck that, and they gave them the stone evolution.
It's better. It's so much better.
Because honestly, I always wondered why Glaceon required you to get, oh, not Glaceon, Leafeon required you to be next to a Moss Rock. I said, you have a Leaf Stone. Why aren't you using this?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense because of the Leaf Stone.
It wasn't until 7th Gen when they introduced the Ice Stone. Which, at that point, I was like, okay, it didn't make any sense, but I understand why. No, wait, that was Swadloon's evolution. Okay. Trying to remember Swadloon. Gosh, my mind is crazy right now. Hold on a second. There's a.
So let me see what this
Oh,
is actually.
Swadloon. Yeah, duh. Swadloon is the evolved form of Swaddle. Gosh.
Well, this is interesting. I don't know. I don't think this is a good one. Hasty as its ability. That doesn't feel like it's really its strong suit to go fast.
What is its defense,
Yeah,
Lord?
this is plus speed minus defense.
That's fine. He's a glass cannon. You'd want that.
Oh, okay, well, that's actually good. I didn't think it's a glass cannon. Normally, grass types are either really defensive or really not. It's all over the place.
Well, it's Bug. Bug is offensive.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the characteristic here is in particular. I'm looking all this stuff up. That's why we're just sitting here for a minute. It's just like this Pokemon. I'm curious. Oh, it actually buffs the special attack. Well, sure, that works, I guess, for grass.
Wait, what? Hasty increases speed.
No, we'll talk about the characteristic.
Oh, characteristic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were about nature. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's different. Oh, wow, this thing actually gets a pretty good grass move here in just one level. So, yeah, we're going to keep this thing on our team for a bit.
Freaking attack is like a punch to the gut. Yeah, it really is. I like Sawaddle's family. I think you need, like I said, I think it's friendship how you get the final form. So if you keep it in its party, use it a lot, and heal it when it's hurt, then it should be okay. Normally when you get the Soothe Bell, give it to him.
Clever name, Fluffy. I wonder why it's Fluffy. You do know, lady, if you just walk a little bit over to the left, there's a whole forest full of those things.
I want to remember something about Black and White 1 that's kind of odd. What is it?
Wait, did I? No, I healed already. What am I thinking? I'm like, did I heal? Yes. Really, guys? No, thank you. I also would have got that skull back.
Wait, what? Wait, if you said that this is casual, you want... But did you beat the main story? Or do some post-game?
I'm probably going to do some of the post-game. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do just yet.
I mean... I already know, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm actually kind of lost right now what's being talked about. You guys, Kira, can you actually whisper me real quick on Twitch? I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of lost right now.
Oh, hey, Quick Claw. Thank you. Because I'm slow. Well, some Pokemon are. That's actually really good for Muna. Speaking of which, I got a couple of equips I want to put on these Pokemon.
What the hell? I just got age restricted on Twitch.
Yeah. Please show your ID, sir.
What the hell? Okay. I think I understand the situation, Kira. Yeah, let's keep that at a minimum. Well, we won't mention that. I kind of want him to be surprised about that.
Man, look at that aliasing. 2010 was a weird time. Getting worse. I think there's a blob down there. I think I just found the perfect example shot to tell people, like, hey, what's it like living with nearsighted vision? Use this as a screenshot saying, yeah, this. See all those blobs? It's me.
But, Lester, this is supposed to be the cool part of the game. Okay? This is like, oh, look at all this 3D on the DS. We can do 3D now, kind of.
To be fair, this is way more impressive when you actually look at the screen, because it doesn't look that bad when I'm looking at the actual screen. But look at my monitor of this blown up. Yeah, oh, doesn't age well. Looks like I have a giant mustache.
Ethan says it right. He's like, it was cool back then.
Yeah, what you're really supposed to do to take in this scene is just supposed to hold up the whole time. All these like cool camera pans, although this one is super jerky if you just do this.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I'm here to ruin everyone's experiences.
It's okay, Lester. We're having fun with it.
To be fair, this is still really interesting to see on the DS, because this is a very ambitious thing.
Yeah.
I think most people don't go for on the system.
I think the system was 6 years old at this point.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, it was probably even older. It was like close to 8, because DS came out in like... No, actually, no, you're right. 2004. I'm thinking 2002 for some reason.
Yeah. I love how there's giant like teleprompter every route like gate that tells you where you need to go and what you need to do. It's just like what if some random person come by? It's just going passing through this gate, and then they see that and like, who the hell is this message for?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, can I?
I have a feeling what this guy is. You tell him which one of the 3 here you want to evolve, and he gives you a stone.
Yeah.
That's why I saved right beforehand.
But we're now in Castelia City, and I really hate. There is a lot of event Pokemon you can get in Castelia City at this point in the game, and it bothers the hell out of me you can't experience that.
So what you're telling me is maybe at one point we should load the save up my flash cart and turn on cheat codes.
Actually, can you do that right now?
Well, not right now, because the save's on a legit cartridge.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, actually, we talked about this last session. I could just, like, put back in the mystery elements into this game with Wi-Fi again.
Can we please do that? Because I want you to kind of experience.
We'll probably do that at one point. We'll do it tonight, because I don't have to set up for it.
Okay. I really want you to, because there's 2 in particular that I wanted you to get. Because it involves Pokemon you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. And there's one in particular that's in your Pokédex that you will find later in the game, and you won't be able to catch that Pokemon.
Oh, I think I know which one from what I've heard, too.
Yeah. And that's the thing that bothers me about it, is like, I really wish that they made that Pokemon available in this game. And I don't know why.
Well, the weird thing is you literally see it. So it gets recorded in your Dex, like you said. It's there. Yeah. You can interact with it, and then that's it.
That bothers me. Like, one thing that I really wish, like, this is one reason why I really, like, I don't normally suggest this, because in some ways it's not a very legal thing to do, but this is time that I really kind of suggest that people get action replays and stuff like that for these games.
Well, these games have dead servers, and these events are no longer a thing they do in person anyway, so there's no harm to it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're hacking into something that is a legit problem still in the scene. Like, no, this is a thing that's dead. That's
the only reason why I have one, is for this stuff whenever I play through these Pokemon games. Because I'm going to be honest with you, like, 5th Gen had a lot of fun event Pokemon. Had a lot of fun event stuff happen. And I just really hate that, you can't experience that unless you cheat.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with Pokemon as a whole, with the whole mystery event thing, because it's really cool back in the day when they kill those servers. It's just done. So if you don't experience it around the time the game is new, you're never experiencing it.
Yeah. Yeah. The Pokemon that announced Gen 5 was an event-only Pokemon until Black and White 2, which is weird.
Yeah, that is really strange.
And there was no reason for it, because that Pokemon in particular, like, was essentially this version's Lucario. That's the best way I can describe it. You could get Lucario in its pre-evolved form in Diamond and Pearl, so I don't understand why they did that.
Yeah, that does seem very weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in Castelia. Like, I think if I remember correctly, when Chugga did his Let's Play of this game, he was here for like 3 episodes.
I can believe it, because this is a very big town. It's, I think, was one of the biggest towns in Pokemon history. The only one that came close to it for a while was that one in 6th Gen.
Yeah, it pretty much is the big. Lumio City was the only one that came close to that.
Okay, well, some of these questions get a little personal. All right, what do we got here, chat? We're more men or more women? Which version? Let's try not to get canceled today, please. So I accept this. All right. Thank you for the survey. Now to google.com.
Given Riola was a late game, it was often giant side quest. Yeah, but you can still get them. That's
I get how this works, because this game was kind of one of those Street Pass for Street Pass games. It uses the IR sensor on the cartridge to pass his data along. Oh, it doesn't want me to cheat with Google, I see.
In Diamond and Pearl, you can only get the Riolu egg by 6th badge, because the only way to access Iron Island was through Cantaloupe City, which was the 6th badge town. Thanks!
Don't forget next time. Let this one mean. No, we're not gonna grant you again, because you didn't do anything. After you made fun of me. Oh, another one? Yeah, there's your greeting. Hello. I mean, what good is all this? I can't play with friends. There's no servers.
Yeah.
Those are just messages that you'd use for local and online play. Speaking of which... What is your job?
This is kind of how you show up online. This is kind of the
I like how student's a job in this question like that. Yeah. How do you work? I work as student.
I work as student.
Sure. Well, let's just do it. These are very polar opposite. Cool and cute feel the same, but what do you consider strange? Are you shaming?
Weird ass Pokemon. What's your favorite type? Dragon for me.
Yeah, it's usually dragon for me. Usually dragon, like maybe a ground type or something, fighting. It depends on typings. I like multi-typings more than single typing. I like the city because that's actually where internet is. Wish you would oh, okay. Why not both? Well, time, because I'm not gonna lie. I got so many games in the backlog, no time. There's the answer. Wait, what's the most important thing to you? Family, friends, or self? Screw all y'all. It's me.
It's like, wow, Lester, you're very egotistical.
The true question to make sure someone's not a narcissist. What's more important to you? If they answer self, leave the room.
I cannot help my friends or family if I do not help myself.
Wow. We keep on just getting these shaming questions. I like your substance, girl.
Oh my gosh, Lester. Can someone...
Wait, what? Seriously? Here's questions 101 to never get a date. What type of person do you like? I like rich people. We go out trying to date them rich bitches, as they say. Like, what is this?
Oh my god, Lester.
And this is where I delete his phone number.
Oh.
Also, hi, Lester.
Hi. You rich?
I'm rich, bitch! Oh my god.
Send help.
Send lots of help. He's taking a survey right now. Like, some people really struggle with self-worth and therefore need to focus on themselves. Okay, that I can understand, Kira.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just when you read it, just like how it's worded, it's like, this is a very egotistical answer.
I like it. It's just, to be fair, many people like rich people. Yeah, you're right. That's why the gossip magazines sell crazy.
I'm gonna answer cartoons because anime counts as cartoons in most places, so cartoons.
It's not just a cartoon, it's animation.
Yeah. Okay, Snob. I swear.
You say
I
that
watched
to
Kill
him
la Kill because it has a good story. Says every fan. No, to be fair, it's a really good show.
What's your favorite time in school? Classes, breaks, and lunch? What the hell? Of course it would be breaks.
Can I ask, what do you mean by breaks, lady? Those don't exist. A beach, a river. Which one do you like more? Small water or a big water? To be fair, none of these three. Yeah. Do you like to just have a nice, relaxing time, or do you want to climb a mountain?
I mean, I do like the mountains because they're pretty.
What do you do on holidays? Sleeping late? No, that's just me every day. Don't need a holiday for that.
Games. This is call out post on twitter.com. Favorite sport.
I swear, this better get all the hits on, like, what, Tinder? Or Match.me or whatever. They keep on advertising on TV.
Why isn't bowling on here?
That is kind of a weird omission. That and golf.
What do you mean bowling's not a sport?
Not in the world of Pokemon.
I know bowling's more recreational nowadays than it is professional, but come on.
Alright, I want to know, this is the legit survey for Pokemon in 2020. How many people answer story? Because I'm pretty sure that's like -10%. It's the biggest
It
complaint
probably
of
would be-
Pokemon.
It would be true for this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 5th gen games are more known for its story. You get to anything else, and it's like, there's a story?
What do you want to become? A trainer, professor, or Team Plasma? Or a Pokemon? You want to be a Pokemon?
No, I'm going pure dark. Let's go Team Plasma. If I answer Pokemon, then we're just playing a mystery dungeon game. Wait, who's your favorite gym leader? I haven't even met any of these other people yet.
I'd pick Skyla.
This is such an unfair question right now.
Hey, Sun and Moon have a good story. Yeah, you're
Did that
right.
just for a can of
Sun and Moon
pop?
do have a good story. You did all that for work for a soda for?
This costs like $100 in Pokemon World. I was gonna say, this is just... No, we're not re-answering. If there's a new one.
You already spent so much time doing these silly questions.
We're in there way longer than we should have. Keep in mind, there's a gym here somewhere. We're just not even close to it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean in my offhanded comment about the story thing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know Sun and Moon, and honestly, I did like the 8th gen's story. I thought it was good, but it's just, in my opinion, with 8th gen, it just went by way too fast.
Yeah, that's a general consensus I've heard too. It just kind of zooms through the entire adventure.
It went by way too fast.
And the weird thing is about Gen 7 in general is like, yeah, Sun and Moon has a good story. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon do not. Like, they took all the story elements people liked from Sun and Moon and just kind of neutered it, strangely enough. Like, they got rid of a lot of elements people liked. And that was just so they can focus on mainly post-game later. Which is why I still say Sun and Moon is much better than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That's one of the cases where a remade version, so to say, was worse than the original. Which is kind of rare in this franchise.
I need to finish Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I never finished it.
I mean, its post-game's much better, but that's the best part about it, and that takes 20 hours to get to. Hey, Bugs, have you noticed? Give me a minute. We'll be on the hunt.
We'll be on the
Are
hunt.
we talking about game bugs? Because you run into those without trying.
I'm about to say, I have one on my team.
He has a bug type. So just give him just a minute.
You know, as a kid, now we mentioned it in chat, I always thought that the Pokemon currency was its own different thing. I never thought of it being yen, because I didn't even know the concept of yen back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that Pokemon we can't get.
Yeah, see? That's the Pokemon I'm talking about.
Yeah. Here's your spoilers. That's the Pokemon right there. It's that kid.
Yeah. And you have to have okay, in order to get him, you have to have a event Celebi in your party when you go talk to them. An event Celebi that, you can't get.
That's all we need.
Yeah. That's all you need is event Celebi. You're gonna go load up your thing, aren't you?
I want to see something real quick now that we're talking about it.
I'm not just okay. Not any Celebi, an actual made Celebi for the event. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Alright, let me see if I can even put that Celebi in. I don't know if I technically can or not. Let me do this. Well, now you guys get to see my flash cart. Which, I don't think that's going to really matter much. Let's see, cheats. Here in a minute. While you're there, put the Liberty Pass in. Well, no, this won't work. I need to get the save over. That I don't have to set up for.
I know.
I know what you're meaning. It's just maybe a different session. I'm trying to see the Selby here.
Like I
One day
said,
at a time, Matthew. Jeez.
I know.
Okay, here we go. Event codes would be under this. There's your Liberty Pass. I just have to get my save on here. Okay, there you go. Event Pokemon for Zora and Zoroark at box 8 slot 27 to 30.
Oh,
So
wait.
I can do it.
I'm sorry. You need the event Celebi, but I think you also no. Was it event Celebi or was it the shiny legendary dog trio? No, that's for something later. I can't remember. I think this is just a Celebi though.
Need one of the shiny crown beasts, I think.
I think you need the shiny crown beast for an event Pokemon later, which is like outside the 4th badge place. Because there's another one.
Yeah, this is a downloaded save offline, so I'm definitely not Lord X. Very edgy though.
Are you trading it to your game?
I want to see if it shows up and then I can trade it over, yeah. That I can at least easily do tonight, because in order to just do that, I could just get my DSi, or not my DS Lite, and use that.
Wow.
Well, I may have to dig out the power cord, because I haven't turned that thing on in like 4 years. So it's probably dead. Yeah, look at that pure skill. I had that level 1 Articuno. Praise me.
How the hell did you're that guy on GTS, aren't you?
Yes, I did it. I'm that hacker.
You're that guy on GTS. Wait, GTS isn't around anymore in this game.
Okay. Let's see. What shiny should we get rid of? This one had a lot of shinies. I should let that one be an obvious one.
Man,
You cheater.
Lester is such a shiny hunter. Look at him.
Alright, well, who likes the Grand Bowl shinies? No, let's just release this.
Evil.
How about no? We don't like this super orange Graveler. Get rid of him. All right, now to activate the cheat. I don't know if I activated the cheat. Let's find out if they activated. Because according to the description, you just press L and R. But I wanted to make room in box 8.
What the? The Graveler did have Wonder Guard. What the heck?
Yeah, making people cringe more. I didn't seem to do anything, actually.
You know that only works with Spirit Tomb, right?
Hey, don't blame me. Blame Lord X.
Oh, I did see the 3 Crown Beast earlier on that file. You do need those for another event later.
That's true. I'm just trying to see if I can get the real one we want right now. The ones with the Zora event. Yeah, it's active. So I don't know why it didn't actually work. Oh, 27 to 30. That would help to know.
Oops.
Yeah, all right, let's load. Go back in.
You saw the Celebi? Oh, okay. Well, you guys have better eyes than we do, because I just want him to at least get this stuff, because I really don't think there's one thing that just bothers me that Pokemon, even to this day, that Pokemon do, is they lock events like this out. And I feel like that's kind of stupid, because I think, in my opinion, like what they did with 4th gen, 3rd gen, and to the degree 2nd gen, of course they amended that with the Virtual Console release.
Yeah.
3rd gen, 4th gen, and 5th gen, what they did with the extra content of the game, locking it behind events, is essentially on-disc DLC, but you can't even access the on-disc DLC, which is stupid.
Yeah, it's one of those that, with times changing, it destroyed the concept.
Yeah. I don't like that. It's dumb. I don't know. This is why I tell people, I said, if you really want to replay these old games, like, one good investment just to experience all this stuff would be probably to get an action replay or a cheat device, or do what Lester's doing with his save data here, because it does, in my opinion, help out everything, you know. Especially if you want to experience these things. Like I said, they fixed they had an event, a special event in Crystal version with the Celebi. I think it was Celebi. It had in Gold and Silver too, but it was with a Celebi in Crystal version.
Hey, there we go.
And they fixed it in the Virtual Console release. Yeah, you need Raikou, Suicune, and Entei, and you need a Celebi. There you go.
Alright, but there we go. We got him. We just hacked in more Pokemon.
I think we were all distracted with the hacked shinies.
Okay, now just for our curiosity's sake, can I just trade the moment I get to a town in this game? Or do I need to go somewhere specific?
Okay, Kira's saying yeah, so...
Alright, I'm about to say, because that's the only thing I'm worried about, because this file is technically hacked in such a weird way. It was a weird file I found online, but it's hacked in a weird way where it's basically at the beginning of the game, but it has everything. So the story progress is weird. I want to find the one that's still employed. This is the one that's still employed. Alright, yeah, I can enter this. Good. Because the Unova room is what we want.
You're so mean, Lester.
I mean, it's true. Don't blame me, blame Nintendo. They all kind of put these two out on the curb, while this one at least still has a job. Alright, well, I gotta get my other system. Maybe it's Power Cord 2, because probably dead. And I gotta put back in the real cartridge into this system we're using right now. So I'm gonna actually go on a break while I do all that. And then when we come back, we're gonna be over here, just not as Lord X, but as me.
Lord X.
So stay tuned, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
All right.
So we'll be right back.
And you take care on your break too, Ethan.
All right, we're back. You can tell we're on the right save file now, because that guy in the mysterious suit over there is kind of staring at me, or staring at someone a little fiercely.
Is Lester a dirty, dirty cheater?
Well, I won't be, because I have Lillipups to get rid of now. I got 4 Lillipups here in the tree. So on break, I got all the stuff I need set up to do this trade. You may be asking, why don't I just use the C gear, maybe do an IR trade? That flashcard does not have an IR sensor. We're going in the Unova room. Wait, the Union room.
Unova room?
Well, we're in the Unova region. Unova room. Might as well do this on the other system now. I'm also very surprised, because when I got my DS off the shelf, it still had a charge. I have not turned this DS Lite on I'm using for this in a very long time. It's been a couple of years. And it's still full charge.
My break was okay, Iceberg. How was your break? For the 10 minutes we were gone. The guy showed up as a roughneck.
Yeah, as Lord X3, he's rough. I can only show one side to perspective, but that's all you really need to see.
Yeah. My DS still has a charge, but it's in the red. I think mine is in the red too. It's somewhere around here. My break was great. 8 crackers while rocking out to Sonic 64's man.
I can select up to 3 Pokemon. How oddly specific, because I need 4.
You know, that's actually one thing that I always thought was weird with trading, like local trading in Black and White, was you have to choose 3 Pokemon, and then one of the people choose one of them. Like, why can't
Wait,
I
what?
just...
Oh, why did you say that sooner? I thought I could trade 3 at once.
No, you select which one you want to do. It's weird. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get your hype.
Well,
up.
that's the case. Lord X over here is like, look at my Celebi, Entei, and Suicune. I'm over here like, yeah, how about these 3 Lillipuffs? Which one you want?
Matthew!
Oh, those are for bargaining, yeah. Pretty much. His intermission screen on billboards across America doing so exposure. But he would also need thousands of dollars to do that.
Yeah.
I think the exposure and the mayhem. Actually, what was that music that you... I think I might have asked this before. What is your intermission music
It's
from?
the Sonic Runners main theme, the one that was added in with one of the big updates.
Okay.
Because even though that game got stupid near the end of its life, its music was the best part about it. It was really good.
I couldn't remember. I know you told me before, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, imagine that idea if we do the billboard thing. Just imagine a billboard with the now loading going on. Alright, where's the ad? It's still loading. To be fair, that's anyone with a bad internet connection watching something on their mobile device. Where's the ad? It's loading. Almost all Sonic games have good music, just like the Kirby games. This is true. Both Kirby and Sonic are well known for having really good music.
You know, I was just talking about I saw a conversation online earlier about which one's the most chill fan base. I'm just like, yeah, the Kirby fan base is pretty chill.
Are you sure? Remember Star Allies?
Yeah, that's true.
There's always that one game that's the stepping stone to aggression in a fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a good game, don't get me wrong. I gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I'm more or less just bringing up the hate it got at the time it's released, saying it was the worst game in the whole series. I'm like, wait a minute.
Really, I think that hate was coming from mostly the freemium model Nintendo seems to be, wanting to do lately. Where it's just like they make an incomplete game at launch and then just supplement it with free DLC later to fill in the content. Which I understand why people are upset about that, and I can understand that, but in the same sense, it's just like, I'm going to be playing these games a long time anyways, so I don't really care.
Yeah, and also I like the idea of the free DLC updates to it, because most other companies would charge you like $40 for the same stuff. So you're paying on top of the product you've already paid for.
Yeah.
This is also why there's still been kind of an argument in the gaming scene for this reason, seeing possibly the next-gen systems getting a price increase by $10. I am fine with this if they actually utilize the $10 increase to make it more worth the value. 2K is one of the worst examples of this because that's a microtransaction-heavy series, so we'll have to see if anyone else does it for actually showing an improvement. 'Cause the only thing I don't care about with that is that I don't like how the next-gen quote-unquote versions are 70 and the PC 60. Also Stadia 60? How the hell are those not next-gen in comparison? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
That's stupid. It's good that they're not hiking up those prices, but it's still weird and stupid.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It is kind of weird, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it does go in 70, and I understand we need games to go up in price for a long time because the cost of development and all this other stuff, and how inflation was a thing and a factor and all this. But games back then that cost $60 were worth actually what, $90 or something like that.
Yeah, like you would have this game that could last you maybe an hour or two the most, and it costs close to 80.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm gonna definitely tell you if games go up to $70, let's say, I'm probably gonna be more picky and choosy on what games I buy anymore.
Oh, yeah, I mean most people will be, which is understandable, but they have to prove their value.
I know a lot of people oh, it's just $10 extra. It's yeah, that's $10 extra I didn't have beforehand. The thing is though, the thing that irritates me is just look, I understand inflation's a thing and it needs to be adjusted to match inflation, but my wages ain't going up. So
yeah, most people's aren't, which is why it's just kind of eh. Yeah, I mean that's the cycle of life. Prices go up and everything. Your pay does not.
My pay doesn't, but everything else is. So, I mean, I understand, but in the same sense, I don't want it to happen because I guess that just makes me. I don't think it makes me selfish, but I guess it's just I just don't want it to happen. Anyway,
I'm fine with it if they actually can utilize the price increase, because I still agree in a lot of ways. I'll be more picky compared to what I would get, but even then, they have to justify it, because don't give me a $70 product and still do the microtransaction $40 season pass thing day one. Because if you're doing that, then what's the point? If that happens, there's zero reason for this. If not, then that's fine. Go for it. Yes! Someone's excited.
Yes.
I like just seeing some of the comments, and half of them just make zero sense.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if this actually worked. This was a couple minutes of setup in the making. Let's see if this actually gives me anything good. Hey, there you go, it reacted.
Yep, there you go.
That's oddly specific to reveal yourself because I got a Celebi.
I really
Yo,
like
you
I
can
said,
keep it. Yeah, we'll take it. I wanted to see what would happen if you said no. It's a letdown loss situation
right?
almost. Yeah, because I don't care. I just saved. More Pokeballs. There we go.
Yay, you got Zoroa.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. You can choose whatever ball you want to put it in. I'm that boring guy that just likes putting everything in Pokeballs, which is actually kind of a challenge run by doing that.
Honestly, yeah, that's actually something I need to bring up. I've got real bad OC, obsessive compulsive disorder with how I play Pokemon games sometimes. My thing that I always do with Pokemon games in general is all of my party members, every single one, except if, let's say Pokemon only shows up in the Safari Zone, then I'll make an exception. But all my Pokemon that I use in my party have to be in Pokeballs. Can't be anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, because that is kind of a huge deal. I don't. It's mainly because of what the anime kind of taught us. It's pretty much everyone's Pokemon were in Pokeballs. And even the trainers you fight in the games are always throwing out their Pokemon in a Pokeball.
In later games, they changed that, though. You could have a trainer throw out an Ultra Ball and it would be something else.
I think this is actually kind of a pretty good Zora, because its characteristic is based on HP, which is pretty alright. But the bigger one here is that its nature, Relax, is a plus defense minus speed.
I think Zoro, I can't remember what it's good at. Like, I think special attacks, yeah, definitely special attack.
Yeah, well, it's a dark type, so not too surprised. It's either attack or a special attack it usually focuses on. But that's not that bad, I'd feel, because I don't think this is that speedy of a Pokemon, from what I remember.
Premier Balls is one of your favorite kind of balls to put events, shinies, legends into. Yeah, even though it's just a white Pokeball. I will say though that like Zoro has got an interesting ability, is illusion. If you put him out front, he'll disguise. If you send him out in battle, he disguises himself as your sixth your Pokemon in the back of your party, and you could use that to trick your opponent to think, oh well, that's a bug, that's a poison type.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this is good for the competitive play for that reason, because you can put a Pokemon in your back party that will make this thing look like it's like a super effective move or something when it's not effective at all. So like you can make it think that the weakness is psychic and it just doesn't do anything.
Oh, auto mods, shut up. Kira didn't say anything bad.
But I actually want to post this because this is an event Pokemon. Would people object to me using this? Or is it just cool? Because I'm actually debating about using this for that reason, even though we could not get it legitimately.
Lester, this is one reason why I wanted you to play it. If you want to use this is your playthrough, you play with Pokemon you want. If you want to use it, then by all means use it.
Yeah, because to be fair, in later gens and even later games in this generation, Black 2, White 2, they fixed this issue. You can catch this. You just can't in Black and White.
It's just Black and White. For some reason, you can't get Zoroark any other way besides this method.
Which is really strange.
If you want to get Zoroark, go ahead. It's not a legendary. It's just a popular Pokemon.
Now, what are the legendary dogs good for? They're also in my party still.
There is an event later on in the 4th badge place where you need to have all 3 of these event dogs in order to access, and you get a... You want me to go ahead and tell you what it is?
Oh, I've been seeing some of it in chat. Like, Kira's saying you just fight Zoroark with it.
Yeah, it's you get Zoro as evolved form. That's how you get Zoro as evolved form. It's weird and it's stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah, this is one of the times where they just tried to do weird stuff with the events, from what I can tell.
It's also weird. You are not weird and stupid, Iceberg. You are very nice.
I want to move. There you go. Oh, I hit the deposit, didn't I? I wasn't reading it when I was selecting on the top screen earlier. Quit the operation. Yeah, I was like, why can't I move things? Because I'm not in move. Yeah, it's just so weird that to get Zora, you have to do an event, because it's not even a legendary or anything. It's just a run-of-the-mill Pokemon. And in later games, it is super common.
That later games, you'll find out in the wild just like any other normal Pokemon. I don't understand. They were trying to hype this Pokemon up kind of like they did with Lucario in this generation. Zorua had its own movie. And that's one thing that just bothered the hell out of me. Is like, I don't understand why I need this Pokemon for this other Pokemon. The lady really the lady could have easily just given you the Zorua as an event, a Pokemon that gift Pokemon. That's what the term is.
Oh yeah,
and that's
easily.
fine.
If not, then maybe a trade Pokemon, because you can still do something to get it instead of just get it as a freebie.
And that's what they did in Black and White 2. Black and White 2, they removed the stigma of this stupid event with Zorua to get it. They made Zorua a gift Pokemon later in the game.
Yeah, that is better, because again, you're doing a weird, unnecessary thing, and if you miss that event, you're never getting Zorua.
Yeah.
Which is possible to miss the event. Case in point, I don't have a shiny from Gen 8. I missed it by 2 days. That's what happens when you work every day. Oh well.
Oh, you didn't get Zorua?
No, I thought it was the 9th,
Zorua?
not the 6th that it goes
No,
away.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't care, because like I said, I haven't booted the game up, and that was my first time booting it up since November.
I get you. I needed to
I
get
got everything
Zeraora.
else, I just didn't get that. It's
I
gone
need
at
to
this
get
point.
Zeraora because I think the only Pokemon I'm missing, like mythical I wanted to have a complete set of mythical Pokemon in my possession. So if I ever wanted to, fill out a Pokedex, I can fill up the missing slots they need. And I have every single one except 2. There's 2 of them I don't have. And that's Magearna and Deoncé. Deoncé. Yeah. And I think you can get Magearna through a QR code. So I really technically have missed her.
I mean, if that's the case, then you can get that whenever by just looking up the code.
Yeah, I could just go look up online and find the QR code.
Also, can I just say, in terms of the structure of home, it is extremely weird. Because why can I only get mystery gifts from the mobile release?
Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand either.
That is weird, because I'm going to say it right now, that mobile app sucks. It's super laggy. Like, think of it like playing Pokemon Go on a phone that Pokemon Go was not made for. Yeah, that's Pokemon Home in a nutshell. It is real light. Like, it takes almost a full second when I tap on something for something to happen. Why? My phone's brand new.
You want to check your home? I think I have this. Well, that'd be really, Kara, you would help me out really much if at least Deoncé, I can't even remember the freaking Pokemon's name. How do you say it? I can't say it. Oh,
I don't blame you, because Pokemon pronunciations are very hard.
Yeah, Deoncé is the only. I have all the other ones except that. Magearna I can get with a QR code. I looked that up. Deoncé, I missed the event back then when I was playing X and Y, and I don't know why I missed it.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes they do an okay job talking about these events, and other times, not so much.
Yeah, I don't like event Pokemon.
That's kind of my complaint I had with this event one for the shiny thing. I don't think they did a good enough job kind of explaining the date. I think I seen it like one place, and that was it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lester. I should have told you.
No, it's fine. That was my fault, because I mixed up the dates, just completely forgot. The only thing I knew was more pressing was Tetris. And that's the game I actually care about. Because that past weekend, we just had the Xenoblade thing.
Yep. And I got that, and I was happy about that.
It's one of the better things we've gotten in a while, too. I like it.
Yeah. And the Spirit event on Smash is happening this weekend, too. For Octopath Traveler Spirits, so...
That'd be a change. I'm tired of going online and fighting camping minions.
I do have a Deoncé. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I know I could always... Well, I don't want to... I know you only have one, and I'm not going to ask for that. That's too much. I don't, especially you also have Magearna. Well, only one. Okay. I don't want to ask for those though, either, because you have, but those are mythical Pokemon, and you only have one, and you probably want that for living death for your Pokedex entries later, too. So I'll look up something else. I'll try to trying to see if I can find a way I can get Beyonce. At least, like I said, I can probably get McGearn just fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it ever comes to doubt, and it is a mess, GTS.
Yeah, I could always GTS it.
I don't think it's nearly as bad, but I still have just the flashbacks of 4th gen, so I don't have faith in GTS for much stuff.
I know.
Because I know people ask for weird things. Well, out of curiosity, if you actually did clone those using a homebrew 3DS, put them in bank, and then transfer them to home, would they do something about that? Because we've heard rumors and speculations about when home was released, they were just deleting a bunch of hacked Pokemon.
I mean, this is the same thing when bank. Kind of too late for that, though. Yeah, kind of a little too late for that.
Yeah, no, once they're transferred out, then it's done.
Can't go back. Can't
Oh, they
go
all
back.
actually did pass? Alright, that's interesting. Man, moments like this really make me wish I had an experience share.
I think you get the experience share here. Let me go look it up.
I think we do get it in this town too. What I remember seeing and hearing. The one thing, again, this is what I praise starting with 6th gen, is that they made it a key item and it affected everyone in your party. Because, man, I like the idea of experience share, but I always hated how it was an item that you had to give your Pokemon. So if you wanted multiple Pokemon to level up, you had to get multiple experience shares, and that's always a hassle. And the more you equip to Pokemon, the less experience you will get as a whole for your team, because it tries to evenly balance it out.
Okay, you have to go to here in Castelia City. You have to go to the battle company and defeat the manager, and he gives you one.
Alright, so after I'm done doing all the battles here, are we getting it then? Because I'm already on my way to doing some of that. Oh, that actually works out perfectly. If I do one more Shockwave, I can quick attack him to death.
All my hacked Pokemon from back in Gen 4 days are at home. They all passed. Yeah, it's funny because I have a couple of hacked Pokemon from when I gen them back in Gen 5, and not all of them passed. I had a couple that did pass, so I was happy about that.
But what happens if they don't? Like, do they just delete them outright from your game, or are they still in the cart?
No, they just tell you, can't transfer this Pokemon.
Oh, so yeah, they don't leave your cart then. That's good.
They don't
So at
leave
least
it.
you get to keep them.
Yeah, they just tell you, said you can't transfer this.
Now it's gonna be suicide, but let's sound down the newbie. I want to see if this is gonna even do anything. Oh, good. No, I don't think Sword Auto was a good choice. I forgot this doesn't even have a grass move, and I didn't teach a grass knot. Alright, well, we just swapped in for some free experience. Do what it is. I'll do that in between matches. Give it a grass move. That was a critical hit, and I still lived at 3 HP. Friendly reminder, Mud Slap is not good. Case in point.
Mud Slap is kind of...
Oh, really? That? Ah, okay. Can't punch in the face. Somehow a rock dodges that. Yep, I will argue this. Alright, so Auto, bite it. It has 1 HP. It doesn't matter what you do, just live.
Bug bite. Go heal. Poor Duat didn't stand a chance.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize Duat was going to be able to learn Grass Knot, but sure. Okay, wait a minute. Why can Zora learn Grass Knot but not Rock Smash? I'm pretty sure it's using its fist to do the same. Sometimes Pokemon moves confuse me. The moral of the story.
How can Wooper learn Ice Punch?
Yeah, that's the better one.
But yet, Embor can't in this game.
Rhydon can surf. Remember this.
Yeah. Yeah, if you chose Tepig and you got it to Embor, and he tried to teach you Fire Punch, you were severely disappointed. And you were probably wondering, why the fuck can he not learn Fire Punch of all moves? They fixed that in the sequel, though. They fixed that. But in this game, yeah, for some reason, Embor can't learn Fire Punch.
Yeah, it seems like they really did him dirty in the original release of Black and White here.
They really did. And that's the thing, like, I know a lot of people just don't like Tepig, don't like his evolutionary line at all. And I said, I didn't think he was that bad at all. Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, Oshawott probably the best starter out of Gen 5, in my opinion. But I didn't think Tepig was bad. I liked him because I thought his design was adorable. And I chose him as my first Pokemon in my first playthrough of White version. I really liked him. I know a lot of people chose Snivy because when Snivy came out, you know, its Japanese name was Smugleaf, and there was a meme going around of, you know, Snivy being a smug Pokemon, and everybody liked the design of it, but I'm going to be honest with you, Superior is not a very good Pokemon in my opinion. It doesn't learn anything, like, substantial. And people kind of feel the same way in 6th Gen with Chespin.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Like, you don't ever hear people actually choosing Chespin that much in 6th Gen.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem with grass starters in general. Usually they're just the starter that people laugh on. It's usually always the worst one.
Superior has a trolley hidden ability, which is great with Leaf Storm. See, I didn't know that. I'm only basing what I experienced, and I chose Snivy in my Let's Play of White version. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my biggest issue with Superior is just like I couldn't use it very much. Oh gosh, I couldn't use it that much. It was stuck in my. It was not seeing battles very much because it just wasn't useful in that situation. And that's one thing that just bothered me about it. My starter's not getting, you know, a lot of screen time. Like, granted, you know, it is what it is. My starter isn't getting that much screen time. I don't really care too much. The ability which reverses stat buffs and debuffs. Oh, that's right. I forgot it had that weird ability. So, if you use Sword Dance, you're going down 2 stages attack. Instead, I thought that was such a weird ability.
It is definitely a weird one. It's definitely one you're really going to use to mess your opponent up. If they're not expecting it, then they're kind of screwing themselves over with their own strategy.
Though Gen 5 has one of my favorite Pokemon designs, though, for normal time, and I actually liked this Pokemon, especially, I always have this Pokemon on my team in Black and White 2 whenever I play, and that's Minccino. I really like Minccino a lot. I love its design. It's, you know, it's my Pokemon I would have if I had a pet Pokemon. And it has a really good hidden ability, which you can get one, kind of a freebie one, in Black and White when they show you the tutorial on Secret Grottos. And it has a skill link which allows it, I think I mentioned this last stream, which attacks that do 2 to 5 damage, or 2 to 5 times, always do 5 times. That's what the ability does. I have 19 shinies in home. About half of them are from trades and events, though. I think I have... I'm trying to remember all the shinies I have. I think I only have like a handful of actual shinies. I think it's like 4 or 5. And I do have one that's sitting in my Fire Red version whenever me and Amber finished that playthrough. Because we did find a shiny Pokemon in that playthrough. And Amber says that as she's angrily staring at me right now. So I was the one that found it. I would have had another one in my white Let's Play. Because freaking Lillipup, I didn't do that stupid.
Yeah, you just need Pokeballs.
I just needed Pokeballs. I couldn't even freaking catch freaking Lillipup. I was upset about that.
Yeah, because funny enough, if you kept that save file from that emulation playthrough and then you got like a flashcard or something to put it on a real system, then you would actually be able to put that into 8th Gen.
Yeah, well, it's been years and I've lost that save file. I've lost that save file. It's gone.
Yeah,
So
a lot of earlier playthroughs that I think we've all kind of done that's happened, because when I done emulation playthroughs back in the day, all those files are pretty much gone. If I started any playthrough nowadays on an emulator for footage, I still have the footage, or not the file for it. Like, the biggest one I can think of is when I did the Stop and Swap bonus episode for Banjo-Kazooie. I still had those save states for that game. So I was able to replicate that again for another playthrough. That'll come up to leak at some time between now and never.
Oh, my phone.
I gotta finish recording that game, it's just I haven't had time. At least I got the hard part out of the way.
Yeah. Marowak, X and Y, Gyarados, duh. Lillipup, Audino, Klefki from Sun and Moon. Oh, that's cool. I think Amber caught... You have 2 shinies. Mm-hmm. You caught...
Freaking rat.
You caught a Tentacool in Omega Ruby.
3 shinies.
3 shinies? What was the other one?
The grandpa fish looking thing from Burgh remake.
Grandpa fish. Relicanth?
I think it was.
Did
that
you catch
sounds
a
like it.
Relicanth? Oh my gosh. I don't remember this, but my gosh, that's actually a really rare shiny. You got a shiny Relicanth, a shiny Tentacool, and you caught a Alolan Raticate in Sun and Moon. It was a shiny.
Freaking rat.
I don't think I had a shiny in Sun and Moon. Trying to remember what other shinies I had.
Is there a point in putting this thing into a paralysis state because he is not has Pokemon paralyzed yet?
Oh my gosh.
Please turn 3. Don't do anything. 'Cause I don't want you to keep on healing with Moonlight.
Moonlight only has 5 PP, so eventually it'll run out.
Yeah. This way I may actually see it end before never mind. Put it in mouth. Thanks, Crit.
Thank you, Crit.
Yeah, Pokerus, oh, that's another hard thing to encounter. I swear, I think that's harder to encounter than a shiny.
A Pokerus?
Yeah. I think the only time I've ever got Pokerus is because someone traded me a Pokemon with it, and I think they hacked it into their game. That's the only time I've ever encountered it.
I've encountered Pokerus 3 times. And ever since then, ever since I got Pokerus, and I think it was a Platinum version, I kept a Pokemon that had it.
Yeah. Because as long as you have one with Pokerus, you can just keep Pokerus in your party.
Yeah. GameStop Deoxys and a random Swoobat. I got... Gosh. I forgot what Pokemon originally had Pokerus in the cop. But I kept a Tentacruel that had it, just so he can infect the other ones.
Yeah, that is a good strategy.
You keep it in the box, and it'll never go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a timer on it, but when you put it in the box, the timer pauses. It doesn't, like, reset, but it pauses.
Yeah. Just pauses it.
And since you can spread Pokerus to any Pokemon when it's in your party, you just keep on catching Pokemon that can get Pokerus, and then just keep on repeating the process.
Yeah. I kept like I said, I keep a sample Pokemon that has it. I just keep him in there, and then whenever I need him to infect a Pokemon, I just pull him out and just have him battle like one battle, and all of a sudden that Pokemon's got Pokerus now. Sage. I think I looked up whenever they were doing that popularity contest. I think Simisear was voted the least popular Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember one of these, like the evolved form was hated. Like no one cared for it.
Well, I don't know why of all that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I know it wasn't good. Like Pokemon stat-wise, it was kind of crap.
Yeah, well, that is kind of forgettable Pokemon.
Yeah, that was a crit. Insult to injury. You know, let's just buy a little suicide for our new teammate. So let's send out a Lillipup instead. Lillipup will do the job. We know it. He fell for the
It
ruse.
was actually Zorua.
And he's still just beating me up. Like, oh, you're Zora, kill it. Of course, of all the moves, gotta have fairy. Oh, come on!
Dang it.
I was hoping that would have done enough because this thing was low HP. That's why we're just sending out the Lillipup as the sacrifice. There, you got to bite the real Lillipup.
My planned illusion didn't work. Yeah, Bug Bite would be really strong in this fantasy.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter what move. I hope it won't. Of course, whenever you play Pokemon, CPU always gets the 5-hitter. Always.
Yeah, pretty much.
That and the crits.
I've watched enough of Worcer's streams to know that that's a thing. Crits suck.
Yep.
I hate crits. Except
You be on
when
world record pace, and then you lose it all because of a crit. No, I'm not prepared. Oh, well, I made a huge mistake.
I wasn't prepared.
He asks a question, and then he just goes right into it. It's like, all right, well, I didn't have a chance to get to answer your question. And you give me literal garbage.
You set that joke up. You're so funny. You're so funny. Let's make fun of the trash Pokemon.
Was everything on this floor have multi-hit moves?
I think so.
And they all get the 5. Stop it! I don't want to die from double slap. That's embarrassing. Something tells me we may be leaving in a second. Especially he keeps on getting all those hits.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm not going to be swapping out anyway, so I don't care about the poison spikes. The other 2 team members are going to die if I send them out. Yeah, okay, just put more spikes down. It's fine. Who needs to walk? Also, why? That doesn't do anything. You put it on multiple sets, it doesn't affect anything, dude.
I think toxic spikes give just regular poison, I think, at the first time. But if you put down 2, I think it's toxic poison.
Is that the case? I didn't know that's actually different between them. Because I know, like, normal spikes, it doesn't matter how many you put down. Because they won't stack.
Oh, a normal spikes stack, don't they?
I didn't think they did.
I thought normal spikes did. I know Stealth Rock does.
It's hard for me to really know because no one ever does it. I guess that's the better way to know.
Yeah. I thought they stacked. I guess I don't. Mencino's so cute. Oh, Mencino.
Spikes do stack, but not until Gen 5 or 6. So I was right about that idea. It may have been a thing I was thinking about with other generations since I haven't really played any 5th or 6th gen. First time diving in the 5th, and the remake of 3rd gen as I experienced 6th. But again, you never ran into anyone that used the same move multiple times like that. So it's really hard to judge.
Did you get experience share?
Yeah, I finally got the experience share, so finally I can give lower levels something. And Stealth Rock does not stack, according to Kira.
Oh, okay. I thought it did. No, the effect of Stealth Rock is it does rock type damage to the enemy. So if your Pokemon is weak to rock, then it's more effective. It does more damage. Okay, that's what the effect was.
There's why you were thinking something weird with it, because it is kind of a weird ability.
Spikes don't have like elemental things attached to it. It's normal, kind of. So yeah, because I remember because Charizard doesn't like Stealth Rocks at all.
I mean, that explains why. That's quad weakness.
Yeah, it takes out like half its HP when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kira says. Whenever you have Stealth Rocks activated, never send Charizard out.
Yeah, that's suicide for that Pokemon. He's going to die.
His HP's gone. So. Kind of glad I like talking about Pokemon. I'm sorry, guys. I like talking about this stuff.
Why do you think he's here? Makes sense. Besides just reminiscing, because I mean, we kind of met through it. I don't know when the next area is where we did another collab. It was somewhere up ahead. Hard to remember. I joined in these videos a handful of times, and I can't remember. It was like 8 years ago.
I think after Pokemon, you were in a couple of my Golden Sun Lost Age episodes.
I think maybe some of the Lost Age. I know at least I edited one of those videos at the time.
Yeah, because I couldn't do it at the time. I remember that story. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Playing a hack, and this is my team at the moment. That's so cute. They're all like little fairies. The Matang was my first encounter in Mount Moon, and it was shiny. Well, I found it was a Beldum. That's so cute.
I like how we got told, come with me, there's Team Plasma, and he just leaves me behind. Like, where am I supposed to go, sir? You didn't show me where to go. You just told me a location and left. I just got here. I don't even know this town.
So you can't get the Liberty Pass right now?
Not right now. We'll do it in the next session, because I can take my save file and put it onto my flashcard, but in order to do that, it's a long, tedious process. And we already spent long enough just getting the legendary Pokemon we needed for this one event.
I'm sorry.
So we'll leave that one for next week, because I have a very strong feeling we're not leaving this town this session.
Yeah.
With how much stuff there is to do.
There's a lot of crap to do, because whatever this freaking town's called. Why am I brain farting? Castelia City. Sorry. I'm brain farting really bad. I've had a hard day at work. I'm sorry. I've been really tired ever since I got home.
Yeah, it's understandable. Blitzel style too. Or things asleep.
Poor Blitzel. I always really did like the fact that when they finally did a zebra Pokemon this generation, I was like, you know, it makes sense that it's electric type because it's fast.
Yeah,
Zebras
it's fitting.
are fast creatures. It's fitting.
Yeah, fast creatures and one of the fastest types in the series. Because usually electric types are really good with speed.
Yeah. Well, not all electric types.
Oh, that's what I mean, usually. Because, yeah, there are those oddballs.
He said the level scaling is quite atrocious, though. I'm not trying to challenge her on this. I have no idea in what order I'm supposed to do things. And I did 6 hours worth of the game corner, grinding off stream for 5 TM since they are infinite use in this. That's good. Those oddballs, such as Lieutenant Surge's Raichu from the Pokemon cartoon. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that one just doesn't make sense. It's like someone went into that Raichu stats and just deleted every number in the speed category.
I think what they were trying in that episode, trying to teach you that evolving your evolutionary stone Pokemon in the game was not always, right off the bat, wasn't always a good idea, because you have to wait until they learn certain moves that they can only learn when they're in their first form. If you evolve them too early, then they won't learn it. They won't ever learn it.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to imply with it.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't make any sense when you look at the Pokemon being weaker when it's an evolution, but you can just kind of see what they were going for.
Unless it's 8th Gen, where you can evolve your Pokemon right off the bat and just go to the move relearner for free at the Pokemon Center. He's always there, and he gives your moves for free. You don't have to pay him a heart scale or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I like that whenever they put a move learner in a place that's pretty easy to get to, and then also, yeah, the moves you learn in that generation, you don't need to actually learn them. They get them to show up. I think they kind of did a better job about all that in later gens.
Had a level 7 Pinecone, a level 10 Beedrill. Wow. Dennis Surge's Raichu was level 30, Misty's was 25. Eric was close to 40. My gosh.
Oh, sweet. I can actually start making
We
money.
got the amulet coin. That's good. Amulet coin's always useful.
What's this, a Men in Black headquarters?
It's a party in the CIA.
Hey, this is the FBI, open up. I'm coming up.
I was listening to Weird Al today at work. I'm sorry. I like Weird Al Yankovic. I'm sorry. And as soon as Lester brought up the Men in Black, I was like, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Alright, how many beers have you had? Because I can't understand a word you're saying. It's like you're not from this country.
Oh wait, this is that one thing that Kira brought up with the building had multiple languages.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Music finishing the Pokemon Center. Just took care of the Marowak Ghost. I'll get the Mega Bracelet. Oh, they can Mega Evolve in that hack? That's cool. He is tired of Weird Al, is tired of life. Homer Simpson. Where you going, kid? I thought you wanted to be part of my party.
I came here for the moving them out. Not even a drink. Didn't get offered anything.
You can't just go to a party and just leave.
Watch him.
I just went for the party because I can get some attracting them out. That's definitely not something you want to go to a party for, you creeper.
It didn't really help that earlier you talked to somebody about the feeling radar.
It's not my fault. One of the questions come up is, what's the most important to you, family, friends, or self? The game writes its own jokes. I'm still checking these cans. I'm very concerned that there could be leftovers, and I know this Pokemon. They do this. Oh, it's one of these.
The
Sure.
trendy thing to say, kind of like in Dewford Town in Gen 3.
Just say cute. Just the word cute.
Oh, Iceberg. I don't think he minded that. We understand that you have to work.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I upload the VODs to YouTube about a week or so after the streams are done. Let me think.
Well, how did your Hollow Knight stream go on last Tuesday, Lester?
I mean, it was pretty good. We got a lot of moves. Now we can do the game's equivalent of Shine Sparking. That opened up a lot.
Yeah.
One small spoiler, I think you know where the item you're looking for is. I think there's only one of it. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, you can say where an item's located. I thought you were meaning for a minute about the group mode thing, because I know in other games you have to put specific word combinations and unlock something. Oh, I know what I want to do.
I always hated
now.
I just now come to realization that, well, I didn't come to the realization. I've always known this. Pokemon's always had weird ass things to do to unlock certain things in their games. I still, to this day, think it's so weird. In Gen 3, you had to learn freaking Braille, a language that's used to help blind people read things.
Wait, did this game seriously do... Hang on, I gotta go back for this. They did! This is when texting was taken off. They put ROFL in the game.
Yeah, Raffle.
Rolling on floor laughing. They just flat out put it in the game. I can't believe this. In my 2010 video game.
What is the 2010 video game? So. Hey, you remember playing Partners in Time, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time on the DS?
I played a little bit of it.
There's a boss on there that's very, very dated because they use lingo of that time period. It's... Let's just say they put Elite in the game. They spelt the way that Elite...
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That does definitely break the game's immersion a little bit. To be fair, the same kind of thing happened in some other later games that they tried to meme in. Like, I heard Triforce Heroes lore kind of sucks for that reason, because they put in, like, the "oh wow, such wow" or something like that meme.
Well, I heard that I just saw a screenshot.
Oh, this is what I want to do. This is perfect. Excuse me. Roar! That's my catchphrase. Oh, this is a password thing.
Oh, are you talking about the item that you're looking for, the leftovers? Are you talking about that? Yeah, I think the leftovers might be in post game. But I actually saw a screenshot from Paper Mario Origami King, and there's a saying in there that I'm just like, man, this is gonna kind of date the game a little bit. Well, there was a toad that just says that was assuming something. He says, "I guess we're just gonna." No, it was a Goomba. He says, "I guess we're just gonna have to take this L."
Yeah, that's definitely gonna date the game.
I was just
People
like,
don't
oh,
use that anymore. Well, that
everyone happy. Everyone be happy now.
All right, well that's part 1. Here's part 2. I don't know where you're supposed to get this. I'm looking this one up. Although I don't know where to find these words. Okay, here we go. For some reason, simple's in the feelings category.
You're still cautiously optimistic about Origami King. That's fine. I understand.
I know people are wary because it's doing the no experience thing again, and people don't like that with RPGs. But I feel like at this point, Paper Mario is not really an RPG anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of come to the conclusion that Nintendo wants to do what Nintendo wants to do with the series, and I think honestly, in my opinion, I think the fans need to accept that. That's just my 2 cents. And I mean, granted, it's not bad to. Let me rephrase this. I'm wording this not the way I want to say it. I get why people would want what they want, and they should want what they want. But I'm just saying is, I don't think Nintendo has that same idea, and I think fans need to realize that and kind of make their decision there. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think we actually need to see the game before we judge it. They've barely shown anything. They've only showed just like one battle, which is confirming the experiencing, and that's it.
I'm sorry, I worded that way too much wrong. Way wronger than I needed to. Wronger is not even a word. What the hell am I talking?
This is basically like a transfer thing for Pokemon. If it's talking about the previous gens, that's what we just unlocked. This is not going to do me any good right now because I can't actually access this until post game technically. Oh, would this actually be only for a specific TM? Should we try this?
I mean, go try it.
Yeah, let me get a copy of one of the other games because I can't do this in a flash cart because a DS download play is involved. Let me get my copy of like Cart Gold or something.
Okay. It says I'm giving Paper Mario the Origami to a shot before I start forming opinions on the game. Yeah, that's fine, and that's probably what that's what I think everybody should really try to strive for. But I also am in agreement that if a game doesn't look appeasing to you just from previews, then don't bother, because that's just wasting money. If you already kind of have an idea that you're not gonna like the game, you can already see kind of that it's not shaping up to what you want. Don't bother wasting your money. I don't think that's. But I understand, like, for forming an opinion, people should try the game before they make an opinion. Sorry, I'm done beating around the bush a little bit.
I can't believe this is the second time in a row tonight where a second DS system is actually coming into play.
Oh, the relocator was how you move all the Celebies and the event dogs over to your game. Because I think I remember, because you get them in Gen 4, but you have to transfer them to Gen 5 to get the event.
Well, that explains a lot, and also we've kind of bypassed this. All right, so here's how you get the Zora now. So we backtracked a step.
Yeah, we kind of backtracked a step.
It may not actually find these because I don't even think I might have a Celebi, and that's about it. Because I know I have an event Celebi on here. Yeah, see, 1. It says 1, and that's the Celebi. It's not coming off the system. I don't want it. No.
I don't want it. No. Don't give it to me.
Wow, all that just for nothing. We did it. We wasted time. Alright, well, there are 2 options then. Haven't seen these since we actually done other things. Yeah, let's go Wi-Fi. Let's do it. No.
I want Paper Mario series to return to the turn-based formula as much as the next fan, but Nintendo showing no signs of doing so. Yeah, that's kind of how I've come to the conclusion too.
I think at this point, Paper Mario's going to be in a weird spot because the other RPG Mario game is dead because the studio making it is bankrupt and doesn't exist.
Well, I wouldn't say it's dead. Nintendo still owns it. It's just
they don't have a dead
the
for
studio
it
making it isn't making it anymore.
That's the bigger problem, which is why for a while it's going to be kind of dead in the water until someone else picks up the series for Nintendo. Because right now it doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing.
Yeah,
especially after how bad Bowser's Inside Stories remake sold. It was one of the worst Mario games of all time, sales-wise.
I know.
Which is really weird to hear for a Mario game of all things.
That's kind of one reason why I'm just like... I felt like I was happy that Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga got remade. And then I played it, and I don't know. I don't like the aesthetic too much of that game. And
well,
the music...
the thing is, the aesthetic and the music is like the change part that's a little weird, but I think gameplay-wise is much better. Because they fixed a lot of the issues that the game had balancing-wise. Then what I heard also for Bowser's Inside Story, it did the exact opposite. Especially because of the frame rate change. The game now runs in half the frame rate on the 3DS remake. But the command moves still input 60 FPS like button inputs, so your timing is extremely off. People say that the special moves are way harder to pull off in the 3DS version of Bowser's Inside Story. But in comparison, the special moves for the Superstar Saga remake, much easier to pull off because they give you better timing charts.
Yeah. Eviolite. Didn't Nintendo absorb Alpha Dream? I didn't hear a story about that.
I've heard rumors about it, but I don't know if it's confirmed or not.
I didn't hear anything about it. I would have hoped so, because I wouldn't just let a company go bankrupt if they were making stuff for me. You know.
My reason why Bowser's Inside Story Remake Tank was due to the 3DS being dead. The Switch was already out by then. I mean, that's part of the reason, because that also happened with the Kirby Epic Yarn remake as well, the 3DS port.
It was just... But they came out... So.
I think it's also because both games had the same issue. They changed stuff that didn't need to be changed in a way, and fans did not like them for that reason. So they were getting panned critically. Like, the reviewers who got it said okay things, but... like, the actual, like, fans who got a hold of these games did not care. They did not think they were nearly as good as the originals. Especially for Bowser. Because I didn't hear as many people cry out about Kirby Epic Yarn, because that game is kind of one of the underrated games in the Kirby series. Not many people talk about it. But Bowser's Inside Story is loved. So when you screw up a beloved game, oh man, they get vocal. But where am I supposed to go for this Team Plasma thing? Oh, here we go. Ask and you shall receive.
Boy, I hope we can get the third dashboard tonight.
I mean, we're at the gym. It's just everything else is roadblocking it.
Yeah.
To be fair, we don't have anything else to do in this town now besides actual progression.
Yeah.
I've already explored everything else now. At least I feel like I've done everything else I can do. I'm leaving the one guy who asked me about like what Pokemon want to evolve until I think I may need one of those stones because I don't want to waste it.
Who should get Fury Swipes?
Dylan pulled this up. It's a little hard to see it. There we go. I mean, I might as well get rid of Scratch for Fury Swipes. That just makes sense.
I gotta put my phone on the charger. Give me just a second.
That's fine.
I hate getting old.
Can't agree. This is bad. Bad, 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 bad. How bad is it? Tell me again.
Very bad.
It's not bad at all. What you talking about?
Oh, I did not realize I activated the dowsing machine with that misclick. So to double activate, which means I have to turn it off and turn it back on. Oh, now I know I can activate the item with Y. And instead of just pull up the menu with Y and hit A. Confirm. You guys really don't hide that you're evil, wanting to take over the whole world. Just come out and say, I want to be ruler at this rate. Yeah, the leader's the obvious evil. Some of the henchmen may just be easier to pass off as just someone who's like an activist rights person at the worst. Yeah, why did you thank him? That's that one person who just reads an apology when they're literally doing a crime. It's like, I appreciate you. Like, why? Don't do that. I thought that said Yahtzee for a second. Thanks, DS Resolution. You get the Yahtzee berry. Just roll dice and see what you get. Oh, we're only 3 hours into tonight's stream, but we can finally challenge the gym leader. Progress. I was building dead. Alright, to the gym we go. Mainly for us, the gym's just right next door. Don't try to leave the city now. You'll be forced into a tricky battle unless you finish the gym to level up. Also, it just sounds like whatever battle that I have to do to leave, it's just a little too far out of my comfort zone. I mean, I was going to tackle the gym first anyway, so I guess that works out. Interesting they put something like that to roadblock you. Probably to incentivize you to do the gym first.
Yeah.
And I feel when Zora gets way more experience than everyone else. Does it count as a trade Pokemon? I feel like that counts as a trade Pokemon because of that experience buff. Let me actually see that real quick. Oh, I can't actually check in this menu. I'll check after battle. Oh, is that the experience scaling kicking in? Alright, if that's the case, I'm just not used to seeing it then. Oh. Well. There's a Pokemon center nearby, we can heal. It's not a big deal. Wait, what? Gen 5, 7, and 8 have it, but think it was moved for Gen 6? That sounds weird. Why would they remove it? If that's true. No, it's kind of mine. Yeah, so that was the experience scaling. Let me see if I actually have something to get rid of this. I have full heals. Oh, I got like 6 antidotes. I'll just use one of these. Save me a trip. Oh, this thing's part rock, isn't it? This thing's part rock. I should probably get out of here. Yep, that confirmed it. Green Scaring's funny. Gen 7, you could in theory level up from level 1 to 100 in a single battle. If the level 1 Pokemon holds a Lucky Egg, is traded, and wins a double battle against 2 level 100 Blissey's. That sounds stupid. Legit stupid. Yeah, imagine that one. You do all that and you just mash the A button for a solid like 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Okay, this honey idea is cool and all, but man, tedious. Gee, there's a button down there, but there's no doors to open. I wonder if I step on it, a trainer's gonna pop out and battle me. Oh man, a trainer's gonna pop out and battle me. I'm so shocked. Why hide him if you're gonna make it this obvious? I think it's neat in Black and White too. All the gyms get re-signed. Except for 1, 2, and 7, since there aren't gym leaders anymore, stay the same. That's interesting if they just changed most of the gyms for that reason, but they kind of keep like the core design. Because that's different. Okay, but this one actually got me. I didn't even see that guy there. Well, that's good hiding. Yeah, because that's the interesting thing about the Black and White series in general, because it technically is like, I think it's the only Pokemon game in the whole series that got a direct sequel, not counting Gen 2. Because Gen 5 was a multi-parter. Gen 1 and Gen 2, while an upgrade, was still a technical sequel. And then all the others are just kind of their own thing. But Gen 5 is the only one in the whole series that has 2 mainline games, not just the 2 versions. So it definitely is the black sheep, so to say, of the family, doing something different. Salty about it because Surge Gym's gimmicky and so annoying. Yeah, I get that. If you're dealing with the annoying gym, it just doesn't make you like it. Surge is from Gen 1, it's just kind of eh. Ooh, Spark. That one, new move. I don't know why I want to get rid of for this. This is actually kind of... Let me blow this up so people can see this better. This is kind of a weird trade-off because I don't want to get rid of Shockwave, because that's a guaranteed hit at 60 power for special. But then Spark is 65 physical. It has the chance of paralysis. I want to keep Flame Charge, and I don't want to give it Thunder Wave. I think I'm actually just going to get rid of Quick Attack for this reason. I haven't been using all that much because I'm already speedy. Now we're starting to get moves where I actually got to think what's good to change it out with. Case in point, here comes Pain Attack. No, I didn't want to hit that back arrow. It's a 60. Pursuit is 40. We just learned it. We're not using it. Getting rid of the Fury Sword.
I'm sorry, Lester. I'm back. Golly.
Sorry, you haven't missed much. We're just getting to the boring gym.
You're getting to the boing gym?
Boring, not boing. I mean, you can't boing off these things, I guess, if you try hard enough.
Oh, with the honey?
Yeah, it's, you know, this gym's so bad. I don't like this concept. I'm not going to go to the Pokemon Center to heal. I'm just going to use an item. Because I don't want to leave this and have to do all that again. Very tedious.
Bugs. You gotta move to take care of that, so... Excuse my cat. I don't know if she came through the...
Nah, I didn't hear that.
Okay. She's just sitting there at the door, just telling me about it. Doing her usual thing, just sitting there telling me about the door being closed. She don't like doors being closed. I guess that's just how all cats are, really. Whirlipede. That's Venipede's evolve form.
Oh,
He looks like a wheel.
for sure.
Yeah, he looks like a wheel, doesn't he?
Yeah. Angry wheel.
Can you guess what his highest stat is?
Why does it feel like with how that attack worked out, just defense?
No.
That's strange. Okay.
I mean, he looks like a wheel.
I'm guessing it's physical attack then.
No.
Okay, now this, if it's not sturdy for defense, it's crits that kill me. Wow. Okay, didn't have a chance.
Welcome back, Ethan.
I don't know what the heck to do about this one then. That actually screwed up my whole plan.
Use the hyper potion.
That's why I just screwed up my whole plan. One crit.
But no, his high status speed. Sorry.
His highest speed.
Highest speed is speed.
I need to see some. Do I actually have a revive at this point? I don't think I have any.
Yeah, he's fighting Burgh, Ethan. This is Sawaddle's fully evolved form.
I do not have any revives. Well done. I think I just sent out sacrificial Pokemon for no reason. Alright, Lyrit. Do your best. I believe in you. They're under status, not each. Oh, I forgot about that. Because I think that was also a thing with the 4th gen games, too. So I would kind of just use that to be under medicine, period. So I don't think I have any. That's the one thing. I don't think I have any revives. I have 2. Never mind. Well, Waddle here is also going to be a sacrificial Pokemon.
Well. Sacrificial Pokemon.
I kind of need them if you want to be honest at this level.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm technically higher leveled, my stats probably aren't as good because I'm not using fully evolved Pokemon just yet. The only one that's really evolved is my starter.
Do on. Leavanny in black and white and are so terrifying. Yeah, Leavannies are really, really bad. Dweeble. The Weeble is a hermit.
Oh, I should have swapped back out. Whoops.
Yeah, because that's a rock bug type. Do what? Do what? I love that move. It's just called Smackdown. It's a Xenoblade Pokemon. Yeah, because he's a Crabble. At least he looks like a Crabble. There you go. You beat your 3rd badge.
Yeah, took about 3 hours to get here, but the city's big.
Yeah. There's too much crab to do. Struggle Bug. That actually might be a good move to teach a Sawaddle.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we end up keeping this thing on our team, that's a good bug move for it. Not very sure yet, because it hasn't had a good chance to even shine.
Yeah. I mean, you do what you want.
Yeah.
I was just making
how I play a lot of these games, actually, is I'll just put Pokemon on my team and try them out for a while. And if I like them, then I'll keep them. And if I don't, to the box I go.
I get you.
It always just kind of depends.
Oh, Pup has an item.
Oh yeah, it does. Let me just see what that is real quick. Ah, repel. That's alright. Good for our Dino grinding.
That could have helped earlier. We're not anywhere with the grass. The X-Trans Zero is
call me at this hour. Let's have a Pokemon battle. Not now. Half my team is dead.
She's at the gate. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm not going there anytime soon. I gotta get my team healed. Are you sure she pops up even before the gym leader's cleared? That'd be strange. I should have checked that out beforehand. Level scaling still in Zora's favor. I'm gonna leave him with the experience share for now. I was thinking maybe taking off a moment and putting on Swaddle, but nah. Can't wait till I get the bike.
I think you get it next town. If I remember correctly. Question mark? Who talks in ellipses? Bianca sent out her deer.
Let's try out Spark and see if it's actually gonna help me or not right now. I want to see if it can actually do Paralysis first turn. If it doesn't, we'll delete the move. Terrible. What do you mean I'll get that 10% chance?
I think your Blitzel's like 2 levels away from evolving. If I remember correctly. I think it evolves at level 27.
Let me see real quick.
If you want to use Leavanny, here's how to affect Friendship Gen 5. Beauty Salon, Beauty Salon, Beauty Salon.
Actually, yeah, you're right. 27 is when it evolves.
Okay.
The Blitzel's gonna be evolving probably before the end of the stream. I'll try at least get him evolved before we end, because then if I want to grind, I'll be able to actually do it. I don't want to evolve something off screen. That would just feel weird. I don't mind getting levels up off screen. Ah, Muna fell for the bait.
Muna fell for the bait.
Why 2 super potions? This thing is just gonna die after another faint attack. Y'all could just let it faint. There, she ran out of super potions. See, don't question the power of the Lillipup.
Most Pokemon have base 70 happiness when you catch it. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, yeah, you still have to work on friendship quite a bit, but
Oh yeah,
I think
that's
you have
just
to
a
be
thing in general.
255. I think it has to be 255 before it evolves.
And Saga was a grass one, right?
Big Knight is the evolved form.
No, Pansaga.
Pan
That's the grass one, right?
Sage. Pansage is yeah, the grass one.
Oh, I'm reading Saga for some reason, probably because of the compression.
Sorry. Sage is the keyword here. Sage is a leafy, like, leafy. Gosh, whoa. Sage is a spice. I think. I don't know what the technical term is. I'm just
Yeah,
losing
Sage
my.
is still a plant thing, so you're right on that.
It's a plant. There. Yes. They lowered the requirement in Sword and Shield apparently, and the only way to max friendship there is the dumb camp stuff.
I mean, that's
I
good they
didn't know.
lowered it then for that reason. There's less ways to get friendship up, then don't make it extremely hard to get.
Yeah. I feel bad for Bianca. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she doesn't know what she wants to do about being a trainer, and it's kind of been one of those can understand how she feels because I've been there kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it's a relatable thing. It's someone who doesn't know what to do in life, still trying to find her path kind of situation.
Now,
Talk about picking a bad route to train Electra type on.
that's not all.
I see cheering up ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know what? We're gonna do this, actually. I know, Zora, you've been doing good with this. But Blitzel's gonna suck on this route, so he's gonna stay in the party. You get the experience share. I'm not gonna be doing all this route tonight, probably, but I want to try to get like 2 levels on this one Pokemon. And the best way sounds like is experience share and shove it in the back.
Ethan brings up a good point. This is a long route too, so
No, they've already said that in the game too, so I expect this to be a long one.
there
Again,
are
we're not doing it
really
all tonight.
cool Pokemon here though, and some that I might suggest to use. Namely, one in particular is a good typing.
But I know the one that's here is, I think, the crocodile one we've already seen, which is Ground Dark.
Yeah, that one's good, and it
Or
evolves.
is it an alligator?
Yeah, it was crocodile.
Yeah, no, that's just always the question when you look at one.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get. That's the other one. I think he's a good fire type.
Is it just pure fire when it evolves?
Yeah,
I mean, that's better for its weaknesses for that reason.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember what other fire types there really are in this game. I know there's a few. But he's a really good one.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
I didn't think that was going to kill. I thought I was going to put him in the red. We'll have another chance later. Like, maybe now. Called it. Same level, too.
Trying to see what other fire types there are in the game.
You know, the worst part is I want to look this stuff up, and usually when I'm on stream, I'll just, like, talk into my phone to look this stuff up. But trying to say Pokemon names in the Google Assistant is one of the worst things. It does not know what you're looking up. At all.
Oh,
Even if you get the pronunciation right, it still puts it wrong.
there is You can use this guy. He's pure fire. There's another one that's really good later in the game. And I'm talking about like 6th badge later.
Oh wow, that's really.
And it has an interesting type, and it's a fan favorite. It's actually Pokemon and Pokken.
What would mean by Pokken? Original
Like,
Pokken or like the Switch Pokken?
No, I'm talking about just it was in the original too.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I haven't seen much of the stuff they have with the DLC.
And it's got a weird typing, but it's really good Pokemon. I used it in my Let's Play. It's a Ghost Fire type. Yeah, it's a competitive viable too. It's Ghost Fire type, if you want to use that.
That sounds like good typing. Just that's real late.
But you can use this guy in the meantime and see if you like him better.
Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that for that reason.
Duramaka, I can't remember when he evolves, but he evolves into
He's like 35 when I just looked up.
yeah.
And he learns a pretty good amount of fighting, like fire moves in general, like physical moves in general. It seems to be his best stat.
Yeah. But yeah, Ethan knows which one Pokemon I'm talking about. He likes that one too. But that's only if you want to. You, like I said, you do what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least try this one we just caught. See how this works out. Because that's the thing, in my team's setup right now, the only fire I have is with Blitzel with Flame Charge, and that's not gonna be good forever.
Yeah. Fire type is kind of in my opinion, kind of a necessity to have.
Yeah, a lot of typings kind of work best with fire in it. You always want to have at least a fire to just counteract something like steel and grass.
And ice.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a grand total of like, if you want me to be honest, I'm looking up here, minus starter Pokemon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 families of Pokemon that are fire type. That's not much. I know I know Diamond and Pearl had it worse. It only had 2, and one of them was your starter. But I wasn't including the starter in that. But yeah, there's not many fire types that are really like that you can get in this game. 5 different families you can choose from.
I mean,
Platinum did add more.
Why does it feel like Rash for this one's not good? That is actually kind of, it's weird for this one. It's plus special attack minus special defense, but that's the weakness normally for a lot of fire types. It's usually special moves, and this thing seemed to excel in special defense from what I could see in that stat.
I mean, Duramaka, I think he sells on attack. I don't remember what it was.
Well, he's capable of taking hits, which means that's defense up. So it can be. Yeah, I think it's okay when I can see. I mean, again, this is not something you would use in a competitive scene for this purpose.
Yeah.
It seems fine enough.
Duramaka's specialty is attack and speed. It has a lot of HP too. You don't want special attack. It doesn't. It's its weakest stat.
All right. Well, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it got buffed anyways, in case, but
Yeah.
it's not a stat's gonna use that much. Special defense, it doesn't look like it lost too much.
If you're really caring about natures, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, like a nature you would want is anything that would lower special attack for that reason, because it's not gonna get used.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a special Darmanitan that you can get in game.
Ooh, super.
One of the abilities.
My mage,
Yeah.
Divine 20.
Yeah, Kira's right. There is a special Darmanitan that you can get. Darmanitan's the evolved form of Darmanitan, by the way. And Darmanitan. I don't even know how you say it. I think some people call it Darmatian. I've always called it Darmanitan. But he has a special ability called Zen Mode, where if his HP gets to a certain point, he goes into like a stasis, and his defense goes up. I think that's how it works. Guardians, Guardian. Their Zen Mode. Yeah, and his special attack goes up when he reads like that. But that's a hidden ability. Zen Mode is an ability.
Yeah, which is definitely not something we're getting in this playthrough.
Which is something you're not going to get in this playthrough. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. There are special ones. There's, like Kira said, there are special Darmanitans later that are already in Zen Mode.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to catch one of those that already has the ability. That's what it comes down to at this point.
Oh, it changes its type too. I didn't even realize that. When it goes into Zen mode, it changes its type to Fire Psychic.
That's actually good. That's not a pairing you usually see.
Yeah. Yeah, like Kira said, Zen mode swaps its attack and special attack, so. But the one that you have is Sheer Force. Durmaga. So,
I mean, I can't get that ability unless I specifically go out my way for it, so whatever ability it has is whatever.
There are a few Pokemon on this route that are really freaking awesome. The one is the Crocodile one. There's a Pokemon, a fighting type Pokemon that I like. Its name is Scraggy.
Yeah, I've heard about Scraggy. I've heard a lot of people like it.
Scraggy is really good. I like him. He's a fighting dark type. Yeah, I mean, depending on how much exploring you'll do in Route 4, you might actually see Zen mode more than Darmanitan.
I mean,
but you can't interact.
We might actually run into it, yeah, because I'm probably going to explore a decent amount when we're here. Not all today, obviously.
Yeah. But, yeah, like Kira said earlier, you need a special item to even activate them. So they're just statues.
Now, see, I'm debating on stuff I do now because... so yeah, I want to get rid of this. Like, one of the choices I would have had if I didn't actually use Zora would have been the Crocodile because it's part dark, but I already have a dark type in my team, so I already got that coverage. So he's out.
That's fine. I'm just listing your options.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm thinking of my options while I'm here. That's why when I see the one fire types, like, that's the one thing I don't have coverage yet, so that would be good. That was actually kind of a smart play. Leech Seed pretty much negates Sandstorm damage. It just makes me take double damage at the end of every turn. Or it's just like a double stacking damage.
Yeah. There's a Psychic type Pokemon on this route too. And it's kind of a weird Pokemon, but it's kind of a uncommon Pokemon. It's a Psychic flying type, and it's called Sigilyph.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that Pokemon.
I mean,
it's
better than Muna, because honestly, anything could be better than Muna.
I mean, Sigilyph's pretty good Pokemon.
Because Muna's been one of the ones I've been debating cycling out of the team at one point when we get another Psychic that can fill the role, because it is kind of weak. You know, it's a tank. Tanks don't work for single player.
Yeah, it's got a lot of special attack and a lot of speed. I'm trying to look at its move list here.
He's a version exclusive of Soulless. It's Trade Evolution. So if I want to actually evolve it, I would have to trade it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, Solosis is a good Pokemon. I actually used that Pokemon on my White Let's Play. But it's kind of a slow Pokemon. But it's got a lot of attack. If I remember correctly. Pretty sure it's slow.
It might seem like a weird swap, but I just don't want Blitzel to die. I need him to get experience right now.
Yeah, its speed is its worst stat, but it's got a lot of special attack. I love its design too. You could be like Chugga, and when you get the fossil Pokemon, there's one fossil Pokemon that is basically the like I think it's like based off what is it called? What's that bird? The bird Pokemon, or the bird dinosaur that went extinct because it couldn't fly.
Oh, Doduo?
Well, no, it's not Doduo, but it's a Dodo. I think that's
Dodo.
the bird.
Yeah.
Dodo. A Dodo.
I think Pokemon's spoiling me that because I keep on calling Dodos like Doduo because the Pokemon series, which is not even close, but same style name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kira. It's not a trait evolution. Yeah, just Solosis is just evolves really late into its final form, like level 41. Arkin. Yeah, Arkin. Chugga used that in his Let's Play. The thing is with Arkin is it's got a stupid ability. I mean, a really freaking dumb ability. It is called the Fetus, where it has abnormally high stats.
Like
its stats are really good. Like Arkin's stats are really good. Like its attack is humongous. Its speed is humongous. Its special attack is really big too. But as soon as
you know what? Sorry to interrupt, but that deserved the crit. This thing avoided like 80% of my moves, and it dies to a crit. It deserved it.
But it's got an ability. Like Arkin has a really good stats for its stuff, but its ability's dumb. It's called the Fetus, where if his HP hits 50%, I think it's 50%. His stats are all half. It's kind of it's basically the slacking and Regigigas treatment. Remember how slacking was in Emerald version?
Oh yeah, so really not that good on its own, but when you abuse its ability with like special abilities and such or items, oh man, that thing's broken.
It's really good Pokemon, but they wanted to kind of balance it out with a stupid ability. You should be able to get its fossil in this round. There's the other fossil is a Tortuga, which is a water rock type. It's actually kind of a good Pokemon too.
Guy looks like Brock, except the eyes.
They actually buffed Regigigas and Sword and Shield somehow by allowing it to learn Protect. Yeah. I don't know if they did or not. I'll have to go look. Let me go see. I got the thing up. Let me look.
Yeah, might as well. How many experience points do I need for Blitzel to actually evolve? Let me see. Needs a total of, okay, a little over 1,000. I'll take a little bit. Well, any Audinos here, please stand up. Are there even Audinos on this route? Let me see.
I don't think so. There's no grass.
Well, that don't matter. I've seen them spawn in water. Or something spawn in water. There we go. Audino. They are, let's see, an area. Yeah, not on this route, but on a previous route if I need them. Alright, well, trainer battles it is then. That's the only way I'm actually leveling up right now for Blitzel. If that's the case, this route seems like a good spot to actually use your bells.
Wait, I'm just looking at this Pokemon list. Huh. There's an event in Pokemon that's coming out soon called Zarude. It's a dark grass type Pokemon. And I'm like, how do you have the stats spread and everything? This Pokemon hasn't been released yet. How did people get the information?
It could have been data mined, who knows? Because if it's in the game code already from an update, that's probably where they're pulling it from.
On this DLC. Oh,
yeah, which again, if they data mined it, then that explains a lot.
Didn't I just mention this earlier in the stream about this? Yeah, thanks for using. That was a clever way of using my words against me, Kira. I guess people did data mine. I just was wondering. I was like, how do you have this already on here? They didn't release this Pokemon yet. I'm looking at PokemonDB.net. That's where I'm finding this information. I was looking at the national dex on there, and I saw it. I was like, wait, it's already got stats and everything?
Interesting.
And move list and everything else? I was like, what the hell?
Well, actually, look at that real quick. I'm going to just step away for a quick sec. I'll leave it on the screen for a moment, but just give me 1 second.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, what the hell? I don't... Like, this is what I'm looking at, guys. I'll post it in chat. Or if my computer will let me. Hold on. There we go. Oh, it'll be holding leftovers when it's distributed? Oh, wow. According to, Bulbapedia. Huh, that's interesting. They probably will distribute this Pokemon, probably before the Crown Tundra releases. Oops, Link broke. Uh-oh. No, Link, you can't break. No, I got it now. Okay, cool.
Alright, let's go ahead and continue this battle.
Okay.
Nope. Let me do that.
That's kind of cool that he'd be holding leftovers.
You guys find the information while I was gone there?
Yeah, I was looking at this new Pokemon they announced a couple of months ago, and I was just wondering why it has its stats up already. I was like, what the hell? I said, this Pokemon was just announced. It's going to be shown in a movie. They haven't done anything with it yet. And I was like, how do you have this already? and then you guys reminded me that, people could data mine stuff, and I said, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Man, that was the longest battle for 2 moves. But when you drink crap tons of water when you stream, you gotta listen to your body and take a break.
Yeah. It's best to do that. Especially when you're out in the desert.
Oh, this is a bad matchup.
Wikipedia says it'll distribute it on August 7th. Not sure how true that is.
So I mean, if that is true, then that's pretty soon.
Well, I wonder if the movie, the new movie, will release that day.
It could.
Yeah, because I was just wondering. I wonder when did the Pokemon Company say that the Crown Tundra DLC was going to release in fall or winter of this year?
I think they said around fall time, didn't they? 'Cause that's what I thought I remember hearing.
It said fall. Around holiday season. Okay. Tokyo Forest Pokemon. These Pokemon will be distributed to players who pre-order tickets to the upcoming 23rd movie. They include a shiny Celebi, and Zarude, both Pokemon that play important roles in the movie. Celebi's distribution originally due to begin on April 17, 2020, and Zarude's on June 15th, 2020. Well, that's already passed.
Oh, I'm gonna say, I hope they change that because pre-order tickets for something you can't actually go and see right now because a lot of movie theaters are still shut down.
That's actually when I was reading this. I was thinking the same thing, Lester. It's like yeah,
how?
dude,
A lot of people probably have to cancel their tickets.
Yeah. It says, due to the delay of the movie's release, both distributions will now begin on August 7th, with the end date to be announced. Okay, well, like I said, I was thinking the same thing, Lester. It's like, isn't Japan on lockdown still? Like, isn't Japan still
even
doing
if
a sample?
they aren't, America still kind of is.
No, they're not? Okay. Sorry. I didn't know. Okay. Well, that's good. At least they're not on stay-at-home order. But then, I just wondered, movie theaters, they're not going to be open for a while.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, for the states-wise, I feel like they kind of have to change that because I feel like we're about ready to go back into re-lockdown. A lot of places are just shutting everything back down again because numbers are skyrocketing. Because they opened too early.
Yeah, we opened too early. Then again, like I said before, it's just, I don't like talking politics, but we got an ignoramus for a leader, so that's one reason.
Well, not just that, but we also have a country full of ignorant people.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
no one listens.
Japan will go into lockdown if needed, but what?
How did that get counted as spam by Nightbot?
Nightbot, come on.
Oh, I know why, because the word virus. Yeah, you don't say the virus name in chat. Nightbot's gonna auto-hit you. Avoid it. That's why it's only a 5-second thing.
Okay, that was back when this was a sensitive issue. I don't care.
It still
about
is. That's why I'm not turning that off because I was the one who put that in there. I just forgot that. I technically put that in there. It's a quick one, as you can see. It's just enough to tell people, hey, don't do that. Because if I see it again, then
sorry,
I
Iceberg, for the 5-second ban. You're fine, Iceberg. You didn't do anything wrong. Oh gosh, but yeah, it's just.
Damn it, Lester.
Nightbot's just like, what? I was doing what I was told to do. He's throwing his hands up. I apologize for my
thanks for the bits. You didn't have to do that just because of my stupidity. I appreciate the 500 bits regardless. Thank you. Well, now I know the money-making strategy. Just ban people. Works every time. I have 100% success rate so far.
Well, this just got interesting.
Oh my gosh. I can't breathe. Oh, funny. That was funny. Oh. Well, we appreciate it, Iceberg. Well, Lester appreciated it. What am I talking about? I don't get any of this. Hey, you can use Pokeball Plus to get me in Sword and Shield. Yeah, I actually have I have a Pokeball Plus over there. I haven't opened mine yet. I need to.
I do see it keeps on getting discounted a lot now. Like I usually see it just for $20, no matter what.
I think if you guys do see it, I know it was overpriced. That's why I waited.
Yeah, don't buy a thing at the full 50. That's stupid.
Yeah, I would buy it.
For $20, I don't see a reason why not to at that point, because you get the mystery gifting. I wouldn't use it as a controller, but it's a nice thing to have for mainly Pokemon Go, actually. It's used for Pokemon Go, so it's better than me than Let's Go and Sword and Shield.
Yeah, that's another reason why I would buy it too. Is if I'm gonna go outside and if I install Pokemon Go again, I might just take that with me. Need to use mystery gift? What the hell? Why? I think you know. Yeah, basically. You see, the route wasn't that long, but there's other segments to the route that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to go for.
Cousin Muse under the truck. Oh my god. I do love that Let's Go reference that.
Yeah.
That old story. By putting, what was it they put under the truck?
Well, they put an item, I think, under it.
They put an item under there. And I was like, they even knew about that.
Oh, they know about everything.
Oh, it's an infamous thing. They probably also know about other weird things, like Peekaboo. They probably know all about that rumor. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to reference that in the future with something that's basically Peekaboo.
Yeah.
I think they, like, nodded at it a couple times already in like, some games or even the anime.
Oh shoot, they did put a lava cookie under the truck, too. In Fire and Leaf Green. I forgot all about that. They did put something under that truck. They've known for years.
Yeah.
They know a lot.
Yeah. Oh look, a doctor. Probably the most convenient trainers to have around on a route.
Yeah.
Why they didn't implement this crap later generations, I will never understand.
Yeah, the only one I can think of that really did this was Let's Go.
Yeah. I don't understand why they got rid of that in later generations. It's like, why? That helps instead of going all the way back to a Pokemon Center just to heal.
Yeah. Because I get tired of doing that, especially if the route's big enough already and you're still at a point in the game where you don't have your bike or fly. So that's a long trek back.
Pokemon Black and White had so many good ideas. But then we were just complaining about how the last town we were in, we were just like, but then they got this stupid event stuff that locked out everything, and you're just like,
I mean, you're still gonna have those oddballs, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I really don't need much left. All right, good. At this point, you could probably just do like 2 wild encounters, and then Blitzel's gonna evolve. So, with that said, come here, hiker. You're faster than a wild battle, and you're right here. This will probably be our final battle if this actually levels up Blitzel enough.
Tranquil.
Yeah, but what's the Pokemon name? I don't care about your status. Such a weird name. It does not look tranquil, it looks very angry.
Well, Black and White was polarizing due to new Pokemon, a major story focus. Now we want new Pokemon, a major story focus.
Yep.
Yeah.
How the coins that turned. Perfect, that's enough. More than enough, actually.
Blitzel's evolving. You never play Pokemon Black and White? Well, you should. I really like this game. I think this is a really really good Pokemon game. Zeb Strikeout.
Alright, we did all that just for that animation. We did it. Well, now I can actually take off the experience share because he won't need it anymore. And that's it for this Pokemon too. Like, there's no other evolutions. This is the final evolution for it. I don't know. Probably for this route, it's better still keep Duat with Amulet Coin and just give someone else the experience share. I don't need it. If it looks at things right now, it's my little fire friend. He's gonna get 0 use on this kind of route because this whole route's his weakness.
Yeah. Feel bad for him. Good electric Zebra, but there's another really good electric type later in the game. And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Matt told me about there's another electric type that's pretty late, but it's really good as well. Like before I even started the series.
I know which one that Ethan's talking about, and it's not the one that I'm talking about.
So there's 2 real good ones that's later in the game then, if that's the case.
There are. There's a lot of good electric types in this game. At least in the place where you catch them.
Well, I'm thinking, at least from what I see here, what I might have in my team, the keepers I know so far, at least the last 2 are not, I'm thinking so far, but the first 4 here, I think we're good. I mean, yeah, let's get rid of the starter. You know, the one that's been carrying us for most of the game. But yeah, I think that's actually where we're going to call it. I'm going to get inside so I don't get sand in my eyes anymore. We'll just chill here.
Yeah, Pokemon, if he was a Pokemon. Well, if I was a Pokemon, I don't know. I could say Dragon because Dragon type's my favorite, but you know what? I would be an electric type Pokemon. I do like electric types.
Yeah, I feel like out of all types, one of the most useful too, because that is kind of a huge thing in our world, so you can just power any electronic you want.
Electric Pokemon are very offensive. They're very fast, and they hit hard with a lot of types. They only have one weakness, and that's ground. So yeah, I would be an electric type.
Can you say you're a dark type if you're always depressed? It's pretty accurate.
What?
Or you're a grass type because you got a green thumb. Fire type because you also like hot food.
I do. Hey.
Ghost type because you have no soul. Alright, so that's the end of the stream.
Hey! You jerk!
Well, let's end it before we get more dark at that point. So, yeah. Thanks for everyone who came out. And Iceberg, no, you were fine. I think it's because it hasn't been coming up in the chat pretty much for the past couple months. We've done a good job keeping it down. People kind of forgot that was a thing. So it's fine. Again, that's why it's only a 5-second thing, just to literally warn people. It's not an actual, like, hard ban or anything. It's just a heads up.
Yeah. You're fine, Iceberg.
Because I won't be able to see everything in chat, obviously.
No, he did do something wrong for being a good person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. That's what you're guilty of.
Yeah. I apologize for giving money.
But yeah.
I guess before we end, I'll give a tiny bit of housekeeping on this one. Yesterday went up a video about unboxing a copy of Ring Fit Adventure I have. Tomorrow goes up the first impressions I did on it. I did about an hour-long video just playing like the first 2 levels and like the rhythm game for a little bit just to show it off. So yeah, if you want to see a guy who hasn't worked out in a while jump around on his screen for an hour, I don't want you to watch it, but please. Just get the view, and then also don't judge. Don't judge guy who doesn't work out much. But yeah, that's mainly the one thing I wanted to mention there.
I don't know if anybody's watched Amber's update video she made today but she is also moving her stream time from Wednesday nights to Sunday nights.
Afternoon.
Or Sunday afternoons, not Sunday nights. At 4 o'clock Central Time. Because me and her kind of come to the conclusion that it's really hard for us to set up streams and do stream times during the weekdays, because we both work really hard on trying to get things done around the house. I mean, I can do this tonight because I had already planned this for Lester. But you know what I mean? It's getting really hard for us to do stuff on the weekdays. So we're kind of just shifting focus on the weekend when we have more time.
Yeah, I mean, also this doesn't really affect you guys' schedule too much in comparison to your own streams, only because you're literally just sitting here on a call talking. You don't have to worry about setting up anything on your end.
I'm call talking right now.
I'm working on multitask.
I'm working on other things while you're doing this. So
yeah, I know why it's still a thing you can try to do when possible.
Also, I'm. I know this question was asked last week, but I don't have a definitive answer when I'm going to get back to streaming. When I feel better about it, I'll tell you guys at some point. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'm still on hiatus right now. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the gist of that is basically just Amber. We just moving. What was the time again? It was around like 5 Eastern, I believe.
5 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. You'll definitely announce when you're getting ready to go live and the time and all that on Sunday, so I'll definitely just say follow her on Twitter at EternUnique to actually know when she's going to start streaming, if you can't remember the schedule.
Don't do it. You might regret it.
Yeah, I guess with that said, I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday next week for more Hollow Knight. So, take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.